Hello, everyone! Welcome to Cosplay Stitch and Seam presenting Cosplay Chronicles! Woo! I am always concerned, especially with Twitch, because you can't test it beforehand, if my audio levels are okay. So can you hear us? Okay, just want to make sure everything's going okay before we move on and actually play the game. Drake Hardy, thank you so much, saying
Drake, my buddy!
that you can hear us clearly. Wonderful.
It's my bro.
Oh, good.
Aw.
I was concerned. Okay. So for those of you who are new here, so those of you who are joining us for the first time or would like a refresher, we are Cosplay Chronicle, which is from the Cosplay Stitch and Seam podcast. This is normally our Patreon game, but we are doing a live stream in the gift of the holidays. And we are celebrating Last Lights. And what Last Lights is a holiday that I made up in game. Essentially, it is a opportunity for people to kind of let go of something that's been burdening them or troublesome, and an opportunity to begin anew. Oftentimes it's celebrated at the winter solstice on the longest night of the year, so that way it is only light from then on. And that will be something that plays into the campaign a little bit for our one shot today. Real quick, I will go let everyone introduce who they are and who they are playing. My name is David. I am the Dungeon Master, and I'm also part of the Cosplay Stitch and Seam podcast. Pannon, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Oh boy. So I play a tiefling wizard necromancer named Rain. He's kind of shy and a little bit hesitant. And he usually is hiding his face behind like a hood or a mask or something like that. But he is very excited to be part of the party.
Okay, and Tolan.
Alright. I'm V-Fire. I play Tolan. Tolan is a Dragonborn paladin. He would never wear something like this.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta make sure you get the package in there.
You got all of it. Your logo is actually like perfectly covering the package.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Scooch. What? I don't
Love
know,
that
this way?
package.
I don't know. It's titled One Night Only. And it's
Oh, Sadie
he's
says I'm coming in
he's not
tonight.
like that, but I had to show off this ugly, beautiful sweater.
Mhm.
Nah, Tolan is adorable. Big dragonborn dummy head that loves animals. Why do all my player characters end up like that? But hey, there we go.
All right, and Jazzy.
Hi, I play Veras, or Bea for short. She is a Kalishtar druid, Circle of Dreams. She's just an awkward little bean trying her best. And that's really all there is to it. She's
Yeah.
not very complicated.
And Dustin.
I play Draxel, the lizard folk cleric. He has been slowly trying to make his way from living purely in the wild to dealing with community and friends, but is very much still obsessed with the hunt.
I feel like he's definitely had the most character development. It's been rather fun.
Oh yeah.
Your microphone sounds so much better, Pannon. Thank you so
Is
much.
that good? Okay.
Yeah, perfect. The chat is very excited for you, V-Fire, and your sweater.
Yes.
I
I can't
Okay.
take credit for it. My husband bought it. It's his. I stole it.
What is marriage if not, implied
Stealing.
theft?
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
I've got Drake DMing me now, being like, "You're a dork." I love it. Thanks, Drake.
Okay, so we will begin with it is the night before Last Lights. So this would essentially be the day before the solstice, and Grandmama, Tolan's grandmother, comes up and is talking about plans and whatnot, and what wanting to know what the four of you were up to, and hearing that you don't have too much planned other than possibly maybe a party or two here and there. She goes, "Oh, that's interesting. Have you ever wanted more of a, I don't know, something a little bit more challenging for last lights?"
Challenging,
Or-
What's
Grammy
challenge?
Mom?
Challenging than a party?
Yes, very not only mentally challenging, Drexel, my boy, but also physically challenging.
In what way? Because normally the parties I go to are pretty challenging. There is a lot of drinks
Talking
And I
to the people.
and talking to people, but then it's a challenge to stand up at the end of the night.
I mean, I'm sure there will be some of that later, but this one,
This isn't the eggnog that you brought out that one year, is it?
No, I would never do that 3 times in a row. You know the saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 8 or more times, shame on me.
I love Grammy Mom.
Fair.
I feel like there are up to 9 stories we're missing here.
Ooh, maybe for another time. Maybe when you get back from this adventure, if you so wish to take it. But there's the story of where Last Lights begins, where someone would give something up, and it wouldn't just be returned; it would actually be magically taken in, and the energy of that promise and that gift would become the energy that would light the fires for the rest of the winter season. That promise was so powerful that it found its way to lift the spirits of everyone who gave something up in the days of Last Lights. And one year, the kings and queens of the realms decided to try and put all of that energy into a gem. And that gem would then turn all of that energy to feed the hungry, clothe the cold, and light the darkest of nights. But, like every story, where there is power, there are those who wish to take it upon for themselves, and unfortunately do great evils with it. Well, there's a small town at the base of the mountain, just not too far outside of Karishkagal, and they have found that there might be that gem after it went missing thousands of years ago. Strange things have been occurring for the last few Last Lights, and it might be up to some adventurers who would like to give up their item and maybe restart that tradition and relight the fires that inspire hope and feed the hungry and get ready for a brand new year.
I mean, it sounds worth a try.
Worth a try?
Let's do it.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Wonderful.
So we just have to bring whatever we're giving up for Last Lights along on this journey, and
Well, you're adventurers. Not only that, but also, your adventuring gear.
oh,
Oh.
I mean, okay. Well, oh boy.
Tolan gets out, scrambles to his room, and comes back, and he's got his old shield and the first hammer that he used because he got the golden one, right? And he's like, I'm ready, let's go.
I mean, I don't have much in the way of gear, but we can give it a shot.
Wonderful. I'm so glad that you're on board, Rain. I know you're hesitant to go out and about, but trust me, this will be a story that you will love to tell.
Okay.
Jaguar Quinn says Mima's handing out the Risket biscuits.
Oh.
Oh.
I
So-
mean, I trust Grammy Ma. She's
Yeah,
never
right?
led us astray.
So Grammy Ma takes you guys out to the kind of barn area, and instead of the regular wagon, there is now a sled. Kind of traditional sleigh vibes. Instead of the wheels, it has actual sled tracks on the bottom. Tolan, is Billy coming with you?
Oh yeah.
Bi-
Well, if Billy wants to, because Billy did get spoiled.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling with advantage.
Okay.
The first roll of the game.
Because Tolan gave Sadie helped me come up with this gift. He sewed, not very well, a big cat toy full of catnip. Billy.
Oh.
Okay. Skills. Animal handling. Nat 20.
Oh yeah. Billy, your tabaxi friend, is very much happy to join you. Like is playing with it, and then hears that like the garage is opened, the horse has been tied to the sled. Just gets up and like pounces on top of the garage and pokes their head down and.
Come on, Billy. Come on, my favorite displacer beast.
And hops down and is ready to run alongside with you guys. I'm so glad that a nat 20 is the start of this roll.
Tolan is doomed for the rest of it.
So Grammy Mob begins onward, and it's probably a good couple hours. Is there anything you guys want to say, do, or ask while you guys are journeying?
So what all did you guys bring? Are you giving up anything special for last lights? I guess it wouldn't be special if you were giving it up, but you know.
I have to think about it. Like everything I have is right here with me, but I don't know.
How about you, Tolan?
Tolan holds up the hammer and he's like, "This is the first hammer that I snuck for doing blacksmithing, which Grandma apparently has known all this time."
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I thought I was sneakier than that.
Oh,
I'm
that's
not.
cute. That's so cute.
Grandma, I appreciate your support.
Aw.
But it means a lot to me, but I want someone else to have a chance at doing something awesome with it. So I'll give it up for the greater good. And also, like, I don't know, I don't need my shield. I'll give that up too for an inspiring adventure.
Had to like go back and check this is out of character, but I had to go check all my gear and be like, okay, do I even have? Okay, I've got like a couple things.
To Grammy Mosh, what have you given up for this kind of thing?
Oh, for last lights, I've given up relationships, that's for sure. Given up weapons, because sometimes it's not necessarily just about the, how much it burdens you, but, sometimes it's a sign for you to change and move on, and that's when I decided maybe the warrior's way is no longer my way. Maybe being a little more scholarly would be my direction. Sometimes it's just giving up an old habit that needs to be put away for a little while. Drexel, maybe you give up hunting for a little while.
No.
No?
No, I'm gonna give up this my first shielding. Kind of brings out like his kind of like a tortoise shell shield.
Hell yeah.
This was it belonged to a friend. His name was Tinnock, and he was a turtle, and this was you know what? We're gonna lay him to rest.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Like Pat's Draxel. That's sweet. I didn't think that's what your shield was.
I mean, you got to use everything.
Yes.
Otherwise, nothing going to waste.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and he's fought by your side all this time.
Yeah. He's remained here and protected me, but now I have this magical arrow catching shield, so he can just we're gonna send him on his way.
It's morbidly sweet.
So you guys kind of chit chat and travel, and everything seems to be going pretty smoothly. It is a beautiful snow day. As you guys are traveling outward, you guys make it to this small little hamlet. It's not even a full town. It has maybe a five bed inn at most. It's more like Final Fantasy kind of inn, where it's just like one long room full of beds kind of thing. And as you guys are getting there, everyone seems to be getting ready for their celebration. They are getting ready to have the time of their lives. They are hanging lanterns. They are setting up stands. You see lots of people getting drinks ready and just ready for any sort of festivities to come about. And you hop off, and you have this little hamlet to explore. It's like maybe 12 homes, an inn, maybe a general goods store. What would you guys like to do?
I guess. Do we want to check out the store? Like maybe they have special stuff here
Oh
For-
yeah,
for
worth a try.
for last lights. Maybe there's special like gear to buy, that kind of thing.
Maybe
Oh,
they
yeah.
got hot
Oh.
cocoa. It's cold.
And they'd probably know like the most about wherever this gem or whatnot might be, or
I mean,
anything we should be careful of.
yeah, it's been lost for how long?
A
This
What,
gem,
thousands of
couple thousands of years, yeah.
and no one's found it.
Nope.
So we're probably all going to die. So we should get whatever we can tonight.
All right.
Because if no one's been able to do it yet, I don't know. Let's see.
Sounds
Hot
wonderful.
cocoa with a little extra in it.
Hot cocoa with a little prayer.
Treat yourselves tonight.
You guys go into this tavern, and it is not a tavern, excuse me, this general goods store, and it is really, really small. Like, there's not even a full counter. It's got a cash register on it, and it's got everything out on the floor and on the walls. And it's a small little desk to check out materials in. And you see a female tiefling with a golden hair that is braided, almost like tangled. Rapunzel's tangled in the later half of the movie. And she
cute.
has it kind of like radiates to her skin, and then as that gold kind of hits her skin, it fades from gold to a beautiful rose all across her skin. And she goes, welcome to our small little hamlet. What? I don't recognize your faces. Are you here to celebrate with us for last lights in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wonderful.
Has
wonderful.
anyone ever told you that you should cosplay Rapunzel?
Cosplay? What's cosplay?
You dress up as like your favorite characters from like mythology and stuff.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. What a lovely compliment. I will definitely have to consider that. What is it that I can do for all of you?
We just thought we'd check your shop out.
Oh, well, I have many different goods. I have many different small things. We don't have a whole lot. We're pretty much just getting ready for the last lights. We've got a couple like fun little kitschy things here and there. Do you ever find yourself having such a hard time lighting a fire? Just especially in these colds, your hands are shaking and you have a hard time lighting a fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Wait,
what?
no, I'm a dragon. What am I thinking?
I wasn't gonna comment on it. It seemed a little racy to comment on what a dragonborn was. She reaches back and she pulls out a bundle of arrows that seem to be glowing with a red ember, and she goes, "These are arrows that will ignite with flame whenever it lands impact, and of course they will burn away, so they're one and done. You can't go and fetch them again. But some arrows that will light things on fire, maybe make you a little bit warmer."
It's like Wild of the Breath.
Yeah, Wild of the Breath.
I mean, I think we're covered for fire. I'm pretty
Who's
sure
got-
I've got a cantrip for that.
Who has
Okay.
arrows though? I do not have a bow.
Don't even
I have a
bow.
crossbow.
Wait, Drexel, did you say you don't have a bow?
I don't have a bow.
That surprises me.
I feel like
Now,
Draxel likes getting up close to,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
his
that
opponents.
it surprises me that you don't have a bow, considering how we met.
I lost that one
Yeah.
a long time ago.
I'm so sorry to, but for everybody in the audience, how did you meet? Specifically me, Rebecca?
Okay, so I like to turn into other animals and just kind of enjoy the forest.
Sounds lovely.
And so I thought, hey, it's springtime. I'm gonna just leap through the forest as a cute little deer.
Mm.
And I was just enjoying my time, just really getting the soft breeze, the sun hitting my skin, and then just then an arrow hit me in the butt.
Yeah.
And
You want to take over from here, buddy?
No, I have apologized plentiful amount of times for that. You looked like just a deer. I was just in it for the pelt and the meat, and I'm sorry, but I didn't skin you, so here we are, and then we don't even have that bow anymore.
Yeah.
Just like went and like buried it somewhere or something.
Yeah, let's not look at that one.
Get rid of the evidence, it sounds like.
I guess I'm grateful that you chose not to skin me, considering I was alive and just a little pierced.
Yeah. I mean, I could have went and tried to finish the job, have a little bit of meat for the winter, but you seem nice, so we're gonna avoid that.
And we have worked on that view of people since.
Yes.
Yeah.
People are not animals.
Is there anything else that I can get you guys while you're here other than trading fantastic stories? This has been alarming, but I'm glad that you were able to put your differences aside and bury the evidence.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of people coming here to ask about the gem. Do you know anything about that? It's like a legend and some. I mean, with last lights and everything, you must get a lot of people asking about it, right?
Yes, the last gem of hope. We've heard the story many a time. It's a classic. There's a cave up there, and we've had a few adventurers go in and never to return. They return just fine. They have frostbite, but most of the time they return. And they just say that they can't seem to really get past a certain part, and they really don't understand what's stopping them. But they always talk about the snowman. Just kind of like crazy. You're just like, oh no, the snowman. Oh goodness, it's a snowman. But they seem to be very terrified of said snowman. They know that they say it's very cold, and they have shown signs that they might be getting close. But again, they get stopped by something, and they just can't move forward.
I don't suppose they ever said what it was.
They couldn't identify it.
I guess my next question would be, do you have anything that's really good for the cold?
Oh, of course.
Got arrows that light on fire.
Yeah, well, of course, there's that. I have, of course, hot cocoa that has been blessed by a cleric to never get cold.
I want that. Hot cocoa with a little something in it.
With a little
Hey,
something
there
in
you
it.
go.
Do you want it to go, or do you want to stay and chit chat for a little while?
Oh, we'll still keep chit chatting. I'm gonna grab it to go when we head out.
Okay.
Just sip it as we start our adventure. It'd be like a great start to the adventure.
Would you like marshmallows to melt, or marshmallows to slightly melt but stay in contact with everything for forever?
Oh yeah, the second one where it's just like that mix of some of it's been mixed in, but it's not like totally melted yet. Yes, please.
And she turns around and whips you up a large container, and it's sealed, so it's airtight. And she passes it over to you, and as you pick it up, you can feel the warmth radiating from it. It's that perfect temperature of ooh, this might be a little too hot, but I know it's worth the slight burning of my tongue because it's gonna just taste so fresh, so good.
Perfect. Put that in my bag. I'm ready. Okay.
I, Jazzy, currently have a burnt tongue from hot cocoa.
Oh no! Dang it!
It snowed really heavy up here, so Dustin and I went and got hot cocoa.
Smart, very smart. Any would the three of you like some hot cocoa as well?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And so she gets you all the same thing, the large container, and she goes, "Okay, so that'll be 2 silver for all of it."
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I'll get
Got
it.
it. You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I have only gold pieces right now.
Oh.
I mean, we could do change.
I got it.
What do I have? Inventory.
Do. Cool. Well, I mean, this seems like a good start at as good a start as any. Are you guys ready to head out?
What's some other?
I think so.
See what else they got in their store.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm having fun. This is cool.
Yeah, I've got just a few like items that people buy usually to give up, as kind of more of a symbolic thing. Paper lanterns are pretty common, kind of going with that Tangled theme.
Hey,
Some people
see, you're perfect.
you flatter me. Thank you so much. No, we've got kind of some charms that people will give up, and they'll write down what they want to give up. Again, something more symbolic. I've got a few rings of warmth. Those seem to be really popular right about now. They're pretty cheap, and they just make sure you don't get too cold. You're not gonna lose any fingers or toes, but you'll still feel the chill.
Avoid the frostbite that way.
Indeed.
For my non-dragony friends, I will buy them.
Okay.
Those rings.
They're not.
Draxel's a lizard, so.
Oh yeah, I'm already freezing.
What's Draxel and Tolan doing for warmth? Because you're both lizard folk. Well, lizard and dragon folk. You're both lizard domain.
You're both reptiles.
Yeah,
I
thank
breathe
you.
Fire.
I'm infernal, so I think I'm good.
Tolan is probably like wearing like a cozy coat with his like chainmail and stuff like with it. A little tight, but he's good.
Draxel, what are you wearing?
Now that I think about it, do you have any winter clothing here?
I can
Primarily got my like same loincloth. It's just that's
goodness.
all.
Yes, of course. I've got many different warm clothes, especially something with a tail access. Let's see. I have some waterproof pants. I've got a down coat filled with Aarakocra feathers. I have a beanie that will keep you warm. I've got boots made of I have boots of that are reminiscent of your skin. They look very similar.
Let's do it. Let's take the coat and the boots and the beanie. How much?
5 copper pieces. That's all.
Oh, okay. Just fit those boots right on.
Yeah. And like it looks like just like, you know how when someone doesn't do a good Photoshop job and like the lines just don't match up the same way? That's how the scale line works. It's just like they stop and then they like continue. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, as you kind of like step outside again, you embrace the cold a little bit and you feel a lot warmer. You feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, how much for those rings?
Oh,
for my friends.
Yeah, a ring for each of your friends. I'd probably say 10 copper pieces, a silver each.
Okay. I gotta figure out how to do the change on that.
It 1 copper, or 10 copper is 1 silver.
How many silver? Oh, they're 10. How many silver is gold? I only have gold pieces.
1
Yeah.
gold is 10 silvers.
Yeah, it's 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1.
So, okay,
So
I
if you
got
give
it.
1 gold, you'll get 8 silvers back.
Got it.
Good?
Yep.
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I think we're pretty toasty.
Shall we do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh,
Okay. So you guys head out and you head towards the base of the mountain. As you guys are traveling, you guys notice that, like, yeah, that small hamlet has a lot of life to it. A lot of people are really celebrating. You walk past a few farms that are set up. And I need you all to roll me a quick perception check.
Oh boy.
That good, huh?
No, just normally his perception is garbage.
13.
13. All right. As you guys are heading out, 13, Faya, what'd you get?
12.
12, Draxel?
that's cool. I'm looking at my boots.
Okay. Talon?
Got a 1.
10. I'm also looking at Draxel's boots.
Rain
Oh, this guy.
and Vea, you notice that, like, the further away that you get, there seems to be, like, just different snowmen across your path. You find yourself kind of confused because it looks like the exact same snowman. The way that the scarf is draped across at a perfect 90-degree turn right where it knots. The top hat is the same. It even has the same, like, nose of a carrot. What do you guys want to do with that?
Does the snow around the snowman seem disturbed? Like someone built it, or there are like any lingering signs of them working on it?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. I got a 1.
You don't see any signs that there are any disturbances. As far as you're concerned, it dropped from heaven.
I mean, well, that's weird.
What's weird?
The snowmen?
They're like all the same. Hey, Draxel, do you have
Oh,
do you like ball bearings or something in your pack?
Let me look in my pack. I do not.
how many are there?
You've just been noticing like one every few yards or so, meters for our friends in Canada.
Ooh, I have some sewing weights. Do you want some of my sewing weights?
Wait. It's like that legend where, like, if you sing the song, he comes to life.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do we
it's like,
want it to come to life?
I don't know. Especially if they're saying like
I guess
that
people have
there
been
was
scared of it, yeah.
snowman
but-
stuff.
What if we give it
So,
a hug? Don't listen to me.
As we're looking out, do we, like, if we look back, do we see multiples of this same one?
Roll me another perception check.
Not any better. Actually, no, one better. 13.
13. You can see 2. You can see the one that you're standing next to, and then one probably about 15 or so yards / meters away.
What about ahead of us?
Roll me a perception check.
Eight.
Nope, you don't see any ahead of you. You see the mountain, and it has that nice gentle curve up. It looks like it'll be a decent climb.
Is the scarf cute? Because I kind of want to take one.
Oh yeah, it's super cute. Like, it's a vibrant red. It really, really pops. It probably would look really, really good on you, as far as you can tell.
I'm gonna try to take it.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
How about Rain's just suddenly like, I'm gonna go steal this.
There's one in every part of you guys.
7. I just
That
haven't
knot
had opportunity.
does not come undone.
Oh.
It is in like, you know how sometimes you need to get like a pen to like get into the knot to work the friction open.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't.
Even if I try to like push the snowman's head off.
Oh, just like decapitate it?
Yeah. So you can just pull the scarf out.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just a snowman.
Heck yeah. Let's do
But
that.
what was Rapunzel saying?
I don't know. They said something about a snowman, but it was like up in the cave. These are just. They're just snowmen, aren't they? I'm sure
maybe
people
we gotta
play
be
out
nice
here.
to these snowmen before we get up to the cave. You know how like there's those younger adventurers and kids that go and kick your snowman over, Tolan says like super bitterly,
Mhm.
because it happens to him every year, even as an adult.
Okay, but like, what if it's, like a sentient snowman, then it'd be able to come out of the cave?
All of these?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe it's their babies, and we gotta be nice to them.
Should I try to detect magic or?
Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. I mean, maybe like say exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You do it.
Cool.
I
just
will
like-
refrain from pushing off the snowman's head
I
for
sit
10
down.
minutes.
And open up my cocoa and just like sip a little bit of it. I'm not gonna drink all of it, I just want a little.
Okay.
She attempts to ritual cast
Okay. Ritual casting what?
detect magic.
Detect magic? You do not detect magic.
Okay,
Okay.
Cool.
and I will tell everyone this, but I still maybe think we shouldn't like decapitate it.
Okay. If it's still there on the way back, I'm taking
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scarf.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, it's kind of like what Tolan said. If someone wrecked your stuff, you'd probably be kind of angry.
Yeah.
Vindictus88 says, take it. It'll be funny.
I attempted. Yeah, I'll leave it alone for now.
Okay.
We'll come back.
So
Okay.
you pack up, you continue to journey. It is definitely getting dark outside. You're having a harder time seeing the hamlet that you walked behind. You're not even seeing any of these snowmen anymore. It's just too dark. For those of you who have dark vision, you can still see the surrounding area. And
I'm gonna pull out a torch because apparently I don't have dark vision.
yeah, dragonborns do not have dark vision.
And I'm just gonna go and light it.
You put a little venom in that breath, and it lights up, and you get a nice 20-foot cone of light around you. And it's always so dark when it's snowed. It somehow just seems to grab all of the light around you and consume it. And not before long, you don't find yourself anywhere close to the hamlet, but you're at the base of this trail. And there is a sign at the base of this trail, and it says, Cave of Forgotten. Please turn around.
Oh, it's polite.
I mean, I think this is what we're looking for, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah, because we follow directions so well.
Billy okay in the cold? I realized I didn't ask this earlier.
Billy's totally doing fine. Billy's just
Okay.
following behind you, chilling out, not having a problem with this at all, and just
Sure.
it's like constantly looking around, and like we'll find like a kind of pile of snow and just like pounce on it and kind of scratch at it for a little bit.
Can I investigate just around the sign and the entrance? If
Yeah.
there's anything like untoward.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Ooh. Let's see. Oh, I got 21.
21. With your 21, you find yourself looking around, and you notice that like the snowpack here is too fresh. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the most stable snow. You're going to definitely have some rough terrain to try and climb up it. It's going to take you a long time to climb it. You may even be exhausted by the time you get to wherever this cave is. You're finding yourself pretty confident that like a sled or a sleigh of some sort would definitely be the most effective tool. But you could travel up it pretty clearly. With that total 21, you kind of recognize that this area might be prone to avalanches.
Ooh. Hey, Tollin.
Yeah?
Do you think Billy would pull us on a makeshift sleigh?
Do we have a makeshift sleigh?
I don't know. Could we make something like that? Unless we want to go all the way back to town. I mean,
how long did it take us to trek up this way?
About an hour.
How many of us can fit on Billy?
I'd say all 4 of you could travel. Billy probably wouldn't be very useful after that, but easily 2.
Okay.
Would it be easier if he dragged us behind, you think? Rather than riding him, or...
Are you asking me, or are you asking the party?
Oh, you.
Yeah, you're pretty confident that dragging behind would definitely be a lot easier. Drake says, "Go get the scarf. Use it as reins."
Alright.
Oh man.
Alright, I got this thing of rope, and I can tie it around Tinnock, my shield. And we can just, like, ride it up like a sled if he just, like, takes it in his mouth and pulls us up.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And I've got my shield too, so we could put down both our shields, have 2 people on each, and have Billy pull us up. Billy, you think you can do that?
Roll me another animal handling. You know what? You rolled a natural 20 a while ago. Billy's all down for it. Billy's like, kind of like hunkers down onto one side to give like Rain and Bea a lift, and then to let you like rope a harness around his torso so you can like be dragged up.
All right, Billy.
Making friends with
earn
this
you
cat
a
was the
second
smartest thing we've
catnip
ever
toy.
done.
Huh?
Yep. Billy is of infinite worth.
Ugh, I love this cat.
I'm like, scritch him.
Rain, remind me, did you let everyone know that this area is prone to avalanches?
I would have. I
Okay.
did not actually, but
Okay.
I think I would have in the like asking about if Billy could drag everyone because XYZ.
So we should probably not go like woohoo when we start running.
So avalanche wise, is this area like, if there's an avalanche, is it gonna come down on the city, on the hamlet?
No, it's a good enough distance. Like they'll probably get a little bit of misting, but their lands are not in any danger.
Okay, so we can't mess up bad enough that we kill everyone there. That's comforting.
That's good.
The night is young.
Okay, we can't mess up bad enough traveling up on loose snow to kill everyone.
Okay.
All right. You ready, Billy?
And Billy starts moving forward. I need everyone to make me just a dex check overall.
Oh god,
Definitely
no.
my strong suit. Oh boy, that's not good. 3.
3? Ooh, okay.
That's a 3.
15.
15. Oh! 2 ones! Oh, I love this game so much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh! So,
Ooh.
you the way that you guys harness the rope is that you have the bite, which is the center of the rope, around the torso, and it's the same rope on either end that Draxel and Talon you are hanging onto. Vea and Rain, you both kind of like climb on top of Billy. Billy tries to wrap his tendrils around you ever so slightly. It's a little unnerving. And Billy takes 3 steps forward, and Vea, you're just so unprepared. You're like aware of what it's like to be an animal and move slightly encumbered. So you're like trying to shift your weight with his steps, and you end up dragging and falling and bringing down Rain on into the snow. And Tolan, you're so surprised by this, you yank hard on the rope, thinking like, "Oh no, stop, Billy, stop!" And the whole thing just falls apart. And now you only have probably about 15 feet of rope for either of you at this point.
Well, that was a spectacular failure.
And Billy looks down and just kind of sniffs at you, Vea, and like gives you a big long sandpapery lick, and then just like kind of starts trudging up ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I think we're walking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just be careful. The snow's pretty slidey.
I need everybody to make me a athletics check.
No.
Oh, please be better. Nope, I got a 6.
A 6,
15.
15,
13.
14,
22.
22. All right, yeah, you guys do way better this time around. Rain, you're a little bit behind. I do averages just for the audience. I don't necessarily like every single person has to like make the save. But with 2 1s, how can I not? How can I not encumber it the consequences to everybody?
Well, I mean, the average there is.
Pretty low. It's pretty low. So you guys are like traveling, and you've got Tolan's light. It's casting your light ahead of you. Billy's having no problem with this snow whatsoever. It's just like barely even leaving any footprints, and is kind of like going back and forth, meandering through the trail. At one point, you guys do hear a wolf crying in the distance.
Shh, wolf, shh.
I don't know. Would
And
I
look
know
for
it's
the
a
wolf.
wolf? Is there a way to like? I don't know how I would investigate that.
I'm looking for it since I'm up front.
You
Okay.
could do a nature check, or you could do a history check.
Can I do a history check?
Do you
that,
want to
Tolan's-
support that roll, Tolan, and give Rain advantage?
I will do that. Yes.
I got a 19.
19?
On my first roll, so
You want to roll again just to see if you get a
I
20?
will. Sure, I did not. I got a 6.
Serena
So we'll
says,
go with 19.
"Watch Tolan make a new friend."
We got a cat, now we need a dog.
Yeah,
Yep.
clearly.
Yep.
You are very confident that this would be a snow wolf for sure. Definitely travels in packs. If you're hearing one, it might be the leader of this pack at this point in time. You're not sure how many, but it does seem like possible trouble, depending on. You're not sure where it came from because again, it's all open space at this point.
Do I know like how big, how fast these animals would be?
Yeah, you would know that they've got a very fast speed. They're standard wolf size, so you're not looking
Okay.
at like dire wolves for sure.
Okay.
And everything seems to be like kosher as far as like how this wolf sounds and the like your knowledge. Like, yeah, this is just a normal wolf kind of thing. Serena says snow wolf would totes be a good sled doggo.
It's true.
I mean, and how far away does it sound, if I can discern that?
Probably a good 100, maybe 200 feet away.
Okay.
Like-
So just
Okay.
It's close, but it's also far enough away that like your dark visions are having a hard time pinpointing like any tracks or anything along those lines.
so like something to keep an eye on, but not immediately dangerous.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
able to reveal anything.
Now that we know it's around, maybe we can, keep it in mind. But also keeping
Yeah.
things in mind. Are there any more snowmen around here?
Roll me a perception check.
See if I can roll above a 9.
Can I also roll if Vea's mentioning it?
Yeah, go for it.
18.
18.
I got. What's my perception? 15.
15. Vea, you're the only one to notice it. As you guys are kind of weaving up this path, and it bobs between trees here and there, as you're kind of scanning the area around you, your dark vision's 30 feet.
I don't think I have dark vision.
No?
I think
Mine's 60.
I think I'm relying on the lantern
Mhm.
Okay.
or the torch.
The torch.
Pretty sure.
Let's double check. Does not look like they have dark vision.
Nope.
Okay, so you're lying.
Yeah, this is really weird for me because I've been playing elves for 2 days. Like,
You get so many other bonuses. Like, you're fine.
yeah.
So you turn around and you notice that there's a form behind the tree, and it looks like half of a snowman is like peeking outside of a tree. Like, you can just see half of its face, and it's not even upright 100%. It's leaning.
It's like leaning.
What?
You're the only one who sees it.
And I'll just like elbow whoever is right next to me and just like try to get them to look over, but be really freaked out that there's a snowman following us.
It'd probably be Draxel at this point.
Yeah. Wait, is that a new one, or is it following?
I don't know.
Let's slink up to it.
It's still the snowman. It's got that perfect 90-degree angle. It's got the cold smile, the same bumpy carrot nose, and the top hat. The whole 9 yards.
Take its nose out.
It has a perfect indentation of where the carrot sat.
Flip it around and like shove it back in backwards, like all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just watching in horror.
I'm gonna terrified walk away.
Okay. As you back up, doesn't seem to move. There doesn't seem to be any sort of reaction to the fact that it now has this nose right here.
I mean, as long as
Okay.
the next one we see doesn't have that done to its nose,
That's what I
we're
want.
fine, right?
If it shows up again, we need to give it a name.
You know, you're really, really good at thinking up names, so you know, have one ready.
Okay. Drake, because he's listening.
All right. Do you guys continue on? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah. Keeping on.
All right, everybody go ahead and roll me one more athletics check.
Oh boy. Please. Oh, Jeebus.
Handling the snow great. You just got 21.
I got another 6.
6.
This dice is going in baby jail.
This is now like the snowman has slowed you down. There's nothing like actually has slowed you down, but you are traveling with much more trepidation, Vea and Draxel. Rain, you're just traveling at your regular pace. You're not even bothered by the snowman. You're just still slow. Talon, you have to like stop and wait for them every now and again. You travel the limit of the 15 feet of your torch ahead of the group.
I'm in
And
my
then-
convention walk where I leave my friends behind and realize it and stop and wait for them. Because
You've
I'm
got
like,
it.
Oh, shoot.
Got it in one, but like they're not quite far enough away. And as you guys are kind of following this path, you notice that the path stops on this kind of slight plateau. It leads up, and there's still trees and everything around you. And as you get to the edge of this plateau, you notice there is a significant, deep drop. And as you begin to turn and kind of look around, this drop being probably a good 40 feet across, you notice that above and in the distance, only lit by the moonlight and the stars, there seems to be a cave opening in the mountainside. And you hear a soft bell jingling. What do you guys do?
So it's like we have a plateau area, but also an edge.
So as you're kind of climbing this path, right, it leads to this plateau, right? This kind of like this dais almost out of earth. And as you get to the edge of this dais, you notice that like at where the path would normally continue, there is this huge chasm with this large gap across the chasm, and it seems to go from either end of this mountainside that you're on.
Okay.
And you're hearing jingle bells.
Pinpoint the location of the bells.
Uh,
I'll look for
Direction.
Santa.
It seems to be coming from up.
I'm gonna look for Santa.
Roll me an investigation.
Roll for Santa.
1, okay? Tolan?
9.
No signs of Santa. And Draxel, you look up, but you look up too fast and your beanie falls off because it just wasn't on secure enough. So you like have to like and readjust, pick it back up. The bells are getting louder.
Can I also do an investigation?
Yep, by all means.
What's my investigation? 19.
You find, it doesn't take you very long, but you notice that near the mouth of that cave, you can notice that there are 2 very distinct trails that look like skis or maybe even a sled of some sort. And you notice that there is an empty sleigh running down the mountain, slaloming back and forth with no one driving it and nothing pulling it. The bells are ringing as it makes these sharp turns up and down until it gets close to the chasm. What would you like to do?
Slalom, baby, slalom.
Slalom, baby, slalom.
Yeah, you knew exactly.
How far away?
You've got probably about 200 feet.
Okay. I don't think I have any spells that would reach that. And
You pointed out to us.
yeah. So do you guys see that over? I mean, maybe you don't have dark vision, but
what's pulling the sleigh?
nothing. There's nothing pulling. I don't know if it's out of control or if it's. I mean, unless it's run by ghosts. What is?
Or just like magic in general, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Is it
We're all
following?
discussing this as it's blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah. Because we're idiots.
Uh-huh.
Is it like following a pattern, or does it look out of control?
It's following a pattern for sure. It's definitely not going out of control. Like it'll go a little while, slalom, go the opposite way. Like it's descending down the mountain.
Colin's like watching it and just being like, "Stop! Don't!"
I don't know what to do. It's just a sleigh. Like if it was some kind of like, I don't know, animal of some kind. Tolan would be good to talk to.
100
right?
feet.
If there's an animal
boy.
on that
Is it
thing,
heading-
stop!
Is it heading toward us?
It is heading towards you.
Oh boy.
no.
Is it on our side or the other side?
It is
Of the
on the
chasm.
other side of the chasm.
Other side of the chasm. Okay. Watch out for the hole! I yell.
50 feet.
Think it's gonna
I
hit the
don't-
castle? Like,
I like get a snowball,
Mm-hmm.
chuck it to try and get the attention of the ghosts.
Roll me a dexterity attack.
Is that just dex?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know how to dexterity attack.
It's a thrown
14.
weapon.
Oh, okay, 14.
14. You yeet as hard as you can. With the fact that A, it's got a 40-foot chasm ahead of you, and it's also moving at a very intricate pattern. You are not able to hit it. You hit like just before it as it slaloms, and you notice that like it seems to turn up and away from where your snowball went, and then turns straight back down and starts just heading straight for you.
There's something
You,
on that sleigh.
we should get out of its way.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit the chasm. We're fine.
I think, is it gonna go, does it look like it might just like right over the chasm?
It looks like it's gonna go straight across, like into the chasm. Like it's just gonna go straight down.
Can I just get like a snowball and yeet it at the chasm?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll me another dexterity attack. Well, no, you won't need to. Yeah, you just yeet into the chasm, and like as you throw it, it does go through the distance, and it hits like just the other side of the chasm wall. And the sled does not seem to be stopping.
Are there any like trees or cover or?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of trees. There's plenty of.
So I'm definitely like diving
pine.
behind the tree the minute it's like airborne.
Let's get behind the tree and the snowman's not there.
All right.
They're ghosts. They're gonna fall off a cliff. They're already dead. He's like just gonna stand there.
So Talon,
like-
you watch as your friends start to dive behind the tree as the sleigh comes down, and just before it would hit the chasm, it takes off into the air and floats across gingerly, and then seems to almost angle downward at you and dives.
Yeah, I'll jump.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw, my good friend.
17.
You make it just in time as this sleigh flies down and crashes into the platform that you were just on, snow exploding. And you hear nothing but the bells coming to a stop.
Okay. Santa
I
had
didn't
reindeer.
even know what to expect because like it's a sleigh. I'm really good at reading people, but I don't think I can read a sleigh.
Yeah. So it has come to a stop.
It has come to a stop on the platform you were just on.
And I'm like peeking out from the tree exactly like that snowman was.
Bea, you notice as you
Scarf is like perfect 90-degree angle.
as you peek out, what languages do you read?
Let's certainly find out. Druidic, Elvish, Orc, and Kori.
In Elvish, it says, "Ride me to the gem of last hope."
Okay, guys, it says to ride it to get to the gem.
Oh.
But again, I don't know how to tell the intentions of an inanimate object. Which is why I'm so disturbed by those damn snowmen.
Read its mind.
Well, if
You know?
it decides to take
I
us
sure
anywhere
would.
Protect
it
thoughts.
shouldn't, we can always light it on fire.
Yeah,
I've got fire.
or jump off.
Or yeah,
Or
well
just-
that too.
As
'Cause
long
I
as
mean,
not in the
if-
chasm.
If it's taking us somewhere we don't want to be and we're still on it, then we light it on fire, then we're just in an on-fire sleigh.
Yes.
Right.
Draxel.
Right.
Which is cool, so let's do it.
Is there enough room for Billy, or is Billy gonna have to stay?
Billy will have to somehow displace themselves across this 40-foot chasm, which
oh,
wouldn't
wait,
be.
I forget he can do that.
Yeah, he's gonna travel just fine.
Okay, Billy.
The chat
So
is
are
going
we-
wild. Get in. Get in it. Get in.
Yeah.
Tolan gets in it.
Get in
one
it.
He
thing I
dusts
can
the
do
snow off himself and hops in.
where I can see if it actually has sentient thought.
Okay.
He's sitting in it.
How
You know, but Tolan's already there.
Tolan's already there. What do you want to try and do to like convince it like to react to you, or what are you doing to try and see if it has sentient thought?
Mind link with it,
Okay.
and I can speak telepathically.
Are you like introducing yourself? Are you saying anything?
Yeah, I'll just be like, still from behind this tree, but like trying to get a little bit of Tolan's courage,
Uh huh.
and just be like,
I don't know if that's what it is.
Happy last lights.
Happy last lights!
Okay, guys, it connected back. So
Okay.
my friend Tolan is currently sitting in your lovely seats, and
Yeah!
yeah, it's back to everyone. Just like it's a really excited sleigh.
You wanna go on an adventure?
It's asking us if we want to go on an adventure.
Yes! Good sleigh. He like pats it.
I get in.
Yep, sure.
All right.
And like walk over with everyone else. Be like, so my name's Vea, and hi. Hey, what's your name?
Orcas!
Its name is Orcus.
Huh?
So yeah, the toll already up there. This lizardy friend over here, his name's Draxel, and then our other friend here, their name is Rain. And yeah,
Hi, Dolan! Ah!
the sleigh says hi.
Hi.
Hi,
And
Orcas.
yeah,
If I get in, is there like anything in the like benches or cargo area, like blankets, or I don't even know what would be in a sleigh?
There are definitely blankets. There seems to be like definitely lots of wear on the seats. There are 2 rows of seats. It looks like they're wide enough for about 3 people each row, so you got plenty of space. You've got chips and dings in the wood. Definitely signs of a lot of people getting in and out.
No like blood spatters, anything like.
Mhm,
Not that you can see.
Okay.
so
Alright.
new friend.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people come up for last lights and visit you?
Not always during last lights. You ready to go?
Let's go!
Yup, as ready as we're gonna be.
All right, everybody, hold on.
Guys,
And he
Guys,
takes
brace
off.
yourselves.
I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please and thank you.
Oh no.
Do we get advantage since she told us to brace ourselves?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'm down
Oh,
for
thank
that.
goodness. Okay. A dex?
12.
16.
18.
16, 18, 12. I'm sorry?
19.
19. All of you saved. And had you not, you would have like smacked your head on the back of the seat because it just takes off. It launches itself into the air, almost straight up, as it just gets almost instantaneous speed, and it seems to be not having any intention of going straight for the cave entrance. And you hear Vea, "Hey, you want to see something cool?"
Guys, hold on. We're gonna see something cool.
Sorry, I just imagined Billy's eyes at seeing this thing like launch just go like the cat thing.
I imagine Rain just like spider monkey onto like whatever holds and bars there are.
Like, this ain't no ride at Disneyland. This is gonna be great. Let's go! And you hear this loud peal of thunder, and you feel before you see it the snow beginning to tremble across the side of the mountain.
No.
Hey, you guys, take a look under the seat! And you notice that now, where there was not before, 4 large oars.
Okay, guys, look under the seats.
Or
Was that- was that-
Orcus? Is it a pun?
Kind of.
Okay, Orcus, they, he, preference? I'm sorry, I don't know. I
The
can't.
sleigh!
Yeah. You know,
Play
I'm
with
just
light.
gonna be polite here. They say there's stuff under the seats.
Okay.
I mean, Rain is like spider monkey on, but he like digs with his tail to try to find.
So you all find these 4 oars, and you find like the perfect eyelet for it just on the other side of where you are sitting. What I need from all of you is a quick strength check from all of you.
Oh, I got this.
Being scared out of her
I don't
mind,
got
she is
this.
gonna just like grab her hair and try to guide herself doing this.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Strength.
14.
14,
12.
12,
Also 12.
12.
But with a guide, it was an 11.
Hell yeah! So you all grab the oars, and with like what little courage you can, you see Tolan and Draxel just reach in and plant and get ready to go. Whatever's gonna come up, and you try to follow in suit. And the sleigh takes a nosedive down into the snow, and it plants itself, and you almost like get covered in snow across your heads, and then it lifts ever so up, and it's just like, let's steer, baby! And it puts itself in a situation where the oars are now kind of helping you guide left and right, and as it like tends to like ride these currents of the avalanche beginning to just gain momentum, it comes down and down, and as you with all of your strength checks being what they were, you find yourselves like cresting the waves of these avalanches, getting closer to that chasm, and it's like, I don't want to die, do you? And I need you all
I die!
I need you all to make me one more strength
no.
check.
This is like a Mario Party game, and I can't imagine Rain is very good at those.
Saber check. Oh, it doesn't matter. I got
Strength check.
21.
21. 1.
3.
3.
10. We gonna die.
What'd you get? You got a 10? You got a 10?
Yes.
Ah, I love this game so much. Okay, as you guys are continuing to ride these crests, like every now and again, the sleigh will kind of take control and near itself back up, and it's like, all right, you guys, it's up to you. And then it like kind of just like stops, and it starts just nearing the edge of the chasm. And you guys take a hard crash of snow, and the whole thing tips over. And somehow, magically, you guys stay inside of it. And it just tumbles, and somehow tumbles uphill. You guys are all going to take
Oh boy.
2 points of force damage as it rocks you around, tumbles, and it like hits the like something, and it teeters on its sleigh itself, and then you can see for the briefest of moments as it holds there, you are right at the cave entrance. You have just like the perfect balance of weight, and if you shift one way, it will tumble back down
Oh no.
the entire way into the chasm,
Oh no.
or the right way, and it will go into the cave. What do you do?
Billy, push us.
Oh.
Billy is nowhere to be seen right now.
Oh, Billy.
Everybody carefully lean toward.
Do you think you could help us lean towards the cave, maybe?
I told you it's all up to you guys now. I haven't had this much fun in a long time.
Well, we are sure glad to provide it.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself real fast.
And yeah, I guess are we gonna try to like 3, 2, 1 hood?
Let's
Like that kind of
Alright,
thing?
yeah,
Are we gonna
3, 2, 1, I'm down for it.
Yep.
I got
like
lots
do
of weight.
like a
Push
rocking thing?
that way.
On count 3, just we all dive in the same direction.
Yep.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
Everybody roll me an acrobatics.
These are all things I'm so good at. Okay.
I got an 18.
18,
14.
14,
14 as well. No, 16.
16.
Non-natural 20.
Beautiful. You guys push and just all kind of like jump to the other side of the sleigh, and you hear, I can't believe this is gonna work! as the sleigh comes down, crashing hard on its tracks, and it slowly slides into the cave. And you are now clear of my avalanche puzzle. Yay!
Whoa.
Okay, that was
Oh.
a new experience, but I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to be trying to mind link to inanimate objects all the time now.
Lesson learned.
Alright.
Mhm.
Thank you, Orcus.
No problem. I haven't had this much fun since the last Dragonborn tried to throw me off the cliff. It was great.
Throw you off a cliff?
Oh yeah.
You're talking to Vea.
Yeah.
I can't hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just repeating.
Okay.
Someone tried to throw you off a cliff?
She thought it'd be hilarious.
Well,
That's
you
Jimmy Mom.
really don't hold
What's
it
her
against
name?
her. Yeah, what was her name?
She didn't give me a name. She just said yes.
That sounds like me, Ma.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just got to assume. I mean,
There's
okay.
other Dragonborns in this world.
Yeah, hey, do you know my friend?
I think Rain's just like pulling out his cocoa, all shaky handed.
Well,
Half of it gets in his mouth.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
I'm
Just
gonna
a,
look.
just a little bumped, and that was a lot of spinning.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for Billy.
After a few minutes of like, you kind of like go back outside of the cave looking for Billy. Billy pops out of the snow, and snow goes everywhere, and even into the cave. And you can see like fur is stuck with snow, and it is not happy. Just walks inside the cave past you, and just annoyed, just like very, very annoyed cat.
It's not my fault, Billy. It's the sled's fault. I'm gonna help like get some of the snow knots out.
Yeah. So let me describe this cave for you as you guys enter. It's a standard cave. It has the very large opening. It stands probably about 12 feet across the whole thing, from floor to ceiling and from wall to wall, about 12 feet across. And you find yourself a lot warmer than you were beforehand. You see signs where the sleigh has come in and out of this cave several times. You can see the tracks, and you can even see other adventuring footsteps. Obviously nothing fresh, but signs that other people have been here in the past. Yes, Drake, there is such a thing as a standard cave. As you look deeper into the cave, before you guys adventure too far, you notice that out of the stonework is a set of stairs leading upward.
All right. Is that like the only way further into the cave that we see?
That you see, yes.
Okay. And they just kind of like lead off into darkness, or
You can see a little bit of light. It doesn't seem like a banquet or anything, but maybe like a candle or two near the top of these stairs.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Rain's gonna lead the way, but he'll definitely follow if they head that direction.
I mean, we know we have to go forward, and
I can go first.
then just like
Anyone
a.
wanna
Oh, go ahead.
check? You know what? I'm just gonna throw some snowballs at the stairs, just to make sure they're not like trapped.
Very, very, very smart. You throw a few snowballs at the stairs, and you do not see any signs of traps or any sort of reactions. None of the stones seem to like shift at all, giving signs of traps. Everything seems to be pretty green.
And then just kind of a generic scope around outside the cave and like for movement or anything alive.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
10.
don't see anything out of the ordinary. No signs. Like,
didn't think so.
yeah, nothing's trapped as far as you can see.
Awesome.
No signs of life. Just you, a giant cat, and a sleigh that has a death wish.
Yep. All right. Well, we gotta go forward if we want to find the gems. So
Let's go.
Do it.
All right, Tolan, you're leading the way. What's your marching order?
Tolan.
Axel second, or
Rain is either gonna be third or
Yeah.
fourth.
I was gonna, actually, can I go second?
Yeah.
Because like, Drexel, you're a little bit tougher than I am.
Hmm.
So if something like punches us from behind,
I got you.
yeah.
So you start marching, and it's a pretty narrow stairway. You're noticing as you guys continue to climb that there is this filigree of some sort of gem into the stone, and as it seems to wander up the stairs with you, you notice that on the kicking plate, the part that is holding up the next step, is symbols of snowflakes. Every single step in this beautiful blue gem of some sort. It's definitely not a single gem. They've been crushed, they've been pushed together into this shape. And you climb into these stairs. And in these stairs, you find yourself just kind of like overwhelmed by the room opening up. And those candles turn out to be exactly that. Large candles on either end of the stairs. It opens up into a 10-foot space. Their stonework seems to be very well maintained, and you notice across the floor there are tilings with those snowflakes, the filigree in the blue gems, and little wet puddles here and there. You notice
Candles.
you notice that the room does, like, there is a opening. The hallway kind of continues onward a little bit, and to the north there it seems to open up quite a bit, and there is even a little bit of a hallway to the west of you right now.
I'm gonna take my hammer and I'm gonna tap a tile with a snowflake on it.
You
with
take
my
your
war
hammer and you tap a snowflake, and as you do that, you find yourself feeling a little bit cold, like a little ray of frost has hit you, and out of nowhere, you find a snowman falls right on top of you.
Oh!
Oh.
Tolan just.
You just like smash it.
What does
You
its
said, you
nose
said
look
on
like?
top of you,
Yes.
so it fell on me.
Okay, so yeah, it like lands on top of you, and like it plops onto the ground in front of you. Its nose is normal, but it has the same exact looking carrot.
Okay. I'm a panic
Mm-hmm.
and blow fire at it.
Oh no.
Go ahead and that's a. Okay. What's your damage on that?
Like, what sort of radius are you blowing fire? Should we
In
be
front of
concerned?
me. You're fine.
You're all
Okay.
fine. It's
Okay.
it's a cone of fire.
Mm-hmm.
That was 12 damage. Oh, you
All right.
be a fool.
When you pull back your flames and it ignites the whole room, you can even see more clearly that just slightly ahead of you is very open space. It almost seems to be a welcoming space of some sort. And when the flames pull back and that heat dies down from your throat, there is nothing but a large puddle, a burnt carrot, and sticks that are now on fire.
Aw.
What about the scarf?
The scarf is singed, but it is still there.
Awesome. I pick it up and I hand it over to Rain.
I'll hold out for one that's maybe less singed and soggy, but thank you.
Okay. Sorry, it startled me.
I'll just set it. I was gonna say like maybe like tie it on Tolan, but I don't want to make him soggy.
What exactly did you do to make this happen?
I tapped the hammer on. Don't step on the snowflake tiles.
Good to know.
Okay.
Just step around those. Actually, and I tap one that doesn't have a snowflake on it. Does anything happen?
Nothing happens.
Okay, step on these.
Looking up to the ceiling, can we see where it plopped down from, or does it seem to be like more of a magic effect?
You notice that in the ceiling itself, there's like trails of condensation, and then almost an icicle right above where Tolan hit the snowflake.
That's creepy.
Okay. Yeah, let's listen to what Tolan said and avoid these snowflake ones, I guess.
Yeah, I'll start. I don't know, make my way to the welcoming room.
The very open, welcoming room.
Yeah.
So you continue your marching file, and you make it to a very large room. It has a 4-stepped dais, a large purple chair. You notice that there are several columns holding up this room, very ornate in design. There are 2 statues on either end of the entry point as you walk in. There's no doors. And these 2 statues have their face scratched off. There is no discernible features that you can tell. You can tell that they look humanoid, and they both look like they were ready for battle. You notice that the room continues to the east and to the west, and to the north is where that dais is. And in this large stone purple chair is another snowman.
Like on the.
Can you mind link with this?
Maybe.
Is its nose sitting the right way?
Its nose is sitting the right way.
Okay.
And it's sitting on this like just a purple chair on a platform?
Yep. It's not like it doesn't have any sort of like audacity in its way that it sits or anything along those lines. It's just still 2 twigs, the top hat, the carrot nose, the coal eyes.
I mean,
Since he's in a throne, I like give him a bow.
yeah, should we try talking to it out loud before I try a mind link, you know? Like, hello, Your Majesty.
Pleasure to meet you, King Frosty. I don't know.
As you say these words, you hear what sounds like snow footsteps, that very audible crunch into the snow. And you notice to your left and to your right, there is a balcony on both sides. It doesn't lead anywhere, it just seems to be like a balcony to view in. And on top of the balcony, on both sides, is a snowman on each balcony.
Oh.
Gonna have a snowman issue after this.
Yeah.
Are they moving?
Now that you're looking at him, you do not see any movement, no.
Oh no.
Hey guys,
Wait, I got this.
I'm like really freaked out that we heard footsteps, but it's a snowman?
Hang on. Guys, look at the floor. Then look up at them.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright.
Everybody looks down.
Oh no. Oh no. I do not like where this is going.
Tolan, you get hit twice with snowballs. And as you jump, you notice that those snowballs hurt really, really hard, and you take 6 points of damage as the snowballs collapse into the ground and they break open, and you notice that they're snowballs with rocks inside of them.
Oh
That's rude.
jeez.
Wow.
Alright.
Sorry if we offended you.
Are they? Are they in the exact same positions they were
They're-
in before?
Exact same positions.
Can I investigate the statues? Like, is there anything written on, like, the base of them or anything else notable since their faces are scratched off?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a quick investigation.
Okay.
Drake says, "Oh wow, the snowmen are schoolyard bullies."
12.
Right?
With your 12, as you kind of are like eyeing the statues, you're pretty close to the opening, so you're close enough to see these statues, and you notice that on the base of them is welcome, honored guests, those who wish to give light. And it says that on both these statues.
The statues say to give light, whatever that's supposed to mean.
Do they have any place we could set light?
Is there a spot to set anything?
You're not noticing any signs of like where to give something. Again,
I turn around and I look at King Frosty in the seat, and I pull out my hot cocoa. King Frosty, peace treaty. I am sorry I burned your friend in the hallway. He startled me.
.3 points of damage as you get like pelted in the face with a single snowball, and just bah, right in the forehead, and you could like even get like a slight goose egg.
Oh, jeez.
Tried. I tried to be peaceful.
There's just like whispers. Like, you offered someone made of snow a hot drink.
It's good hot cocoa.
Yeah, but it's made of snow. He's made of
As the
snow.
children know. Oh.
The thought that counts. Come on. I'm gonna chug my cocoa. It's mine now. I'm gonna chug it.
So we still have the like 2 exits to the east and west.
Yes, and if you go
Okay.
back to like into the main hallway, there was kind of an offshoot of the hallway that you were like continuing up. So like as you guys were traveling upward, it opened to this space, and if you kind of like go down south a little bit, it there was a hallway that continues back.
How
mean-
are the statues standing? Like, what are they doing?
They seem to be like holding a sword, pointed down, shield on an arm, kind of thing. Very ornate. Looks like may have been brass. They are on kind of their own pedestal that connects to the ceiling. And again, face just scratched out, hard to tell any visage. No house symbols on their shield, no recognizable classes, anything along those lines.
And Rain, you found something that said something about bringing light.
Yeah, something that said to give light, but I mean, I can maybe do like an illusion cantrip, but
If we have something to give, I can cast light on it.
Mm-hmm. Or like a lit candle or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it may work better than hot chocolate, so we can try it.
I'm gonna go up, walk up kind of to the snowman on the seat, pull out the shell that is my shield that was my friend, and I'm gonna cast light on it and set it down and like carefully back away.
Okay. So you make your way up, and you find yourself like kind of like eye to eye with it for a little bit, and you notice that behind the throne there is another statue. It's just as large, and you notice that the statue is pointing to what would be your left, its right. It seems to be gesturing in that direction in a like, go that way kind of mentality. As you put that thing down, the light fills up a little bit, and as you pull back, you notice for the first time that a snowball flies at you. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
The snowball like explodes off your shoulder and the rock goes flying up. It almost seems like it just shot straight out of the snowman's chest. There was no movement in the arms, nothing with the face, just out of the chest. Shoots this snowball, explodes off your shoulder, and the rock goes flying.
Frosty's a dick.
I just bite the snowman right on the face.
Okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
$18.
Roll for damage.
$6. Oh, -1. 5.
You leap out and just bite into its face and rip back the snow. And as you like pull back the snow, the whole snowman just tumbles apart. The sticks fall apart. The hat flies off. The coal, the nose, and the scarf, still with that perfect 90-degree angle, falls off as well.
All right. I'm gonna grab the scarf, and the carrot, walk back and hand the scarf to Rain, and eat the carrot.
Put it on a little bit sassily.
I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh god!
I'm ready for this. Alright.
Stop pushing that down.
I got 11.
9.
22.
12.
Okay. And let me roll for these guys real quick. Ooh. All right, Draxel, you get to go first. You notice that in the gestured direction, there is a snowman coming out of the hallway, and you hear that snow crunching steps. It's very slow. It doesn't even seem to be making steps. It seems to just kind of like as its way out. You notice that the snowmen on the balconies are now closer, and you can see them kind of like pushing themselves into that little armrest, and their chest seems to be angling towards you. What do you want to do?
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless
Okay.
on myself, Tolan, and Rain.
Gives us what?
That's a D4 on all your attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
As my action, would I be able to make it over to another one of the snowmen?
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could make it to the one that's coming out of the hallway, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna run up and use my bonus action to Hungry Jaws bite it.
Hell yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll for attack.
17?
17 hits.
That is 4 points of piercing damage, and I gain 3 temporary HP.
So you like bite down onto it, hydrate yourself beautifully, but you're like, it still has a singular eye after you bite it, and it is not very, like, it's hard to tell like any facial gestures or any sort, but the eye just seems to like focus on you, the only singular coal eye left.
Alright, that's
Like-
it for me.
Do you
That
have like brain freeze?
not yet. Not yet.
Oh, good.
We'll see what happens next turn. That one will try and take a scratch at you. That is another 15 to hit.
Miss.
So its torso seems to turn ever so slowly backwards, and then launching itself like it's winding up, and the branch just scratches across your fluffy jacket that you are now wearing. The one on the balcony on the left looks at the rest of you and looks around and notices Vea, and is going to try. That is
Is Vea right next to me?
Vea is right next to you. Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to use protection on her to throw disadvantage at him.
Okay.
Screw you, bullies!
That is 13 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. So you hear that whoop, as a snowball comes flying and it lands just at your feet as Talon's like, hey, over here, over here.
Hey.
And you hear that rock clattering away, noticing that there is the other snowman on the balcony across on the right side of you. Vea, it is now your turn.
Thank you so much, Tolan, and I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and just do a bonus action. Crap, what's it called? A Bomb of the Summer Court, which is a D6 temporary hit points. Oh no, it's 1 temp hit point, and then just 4 points of healing. And then the one that did that, I'm gonna. Oh Lord. Actually, no. Are there any closer to us?
You've got the ones on the balcony, and those ones are 15 feet away, 20 feet. The one that Draxel is engaged with is 30 feet. You don't see any others closer to you right now.
Okay. Right now. I am going to walk near the one 10 feet away from the one that Draxel is attacking, and I need a Constitution saving throw as I try to poison it.
It fails.
Cool. Yep, and it just takes 1d12 poison. We'll see if snowmen can be poisoned. 10 points of damage.
As you reach up, you let the poison reach out. You can see it actually like soaks into the snow, turning it a vile green and purple. And it seems to grow up, and that eye just plop right off as it melts into nothing.
Don't drink that, Draxel.
Yeah. Please don't. Can we see where like the eye pops out and like rolls off to?
It just kind of like lands onto the ground.
Gross. And then I'm gonna like retreat back to Tolan's side.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. That brings us to Tolan. It is your turn. You still have the snowmen on either end of the balcony. The balcony is about 8-10 feet up. What do you want to do?
That sounds like it's still within 30 feet of my fire, right?
Yes.
Heck yes. I'll take the one that's closest to Draxel. That'll be on the left, right?
Yep, the one on the left. Yep.
Correct. I mean, not left, right. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna blow fire at that one and be like, hey, you threw that rock, didn't you? And just let it loose. For
what's it save? It's got to beat a.
It's gotta be a. Hang on. Oh, okay. The DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution modifier. The creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save and half on a successful one. So 2d6. Hang on. Gosh dang, can't even brain.
What's your Constitution modifier?
So it's got to pass a 10.
It's got your con is 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 2.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
8.
All right. You breathe your fire up into the rafters almost, and it catches the handle on fire, exposing more of the snowman. And now the only thing remaining on the snowman is its carrot nose. Is that your turn, Tolan?
Imagine the coals just lighting. It's this demonic smile. It's like,
Is that your turn, Tolan?
Yes. I think
All
I'll
right.
stay right where I'm at.
Rain, it is now your turn.
Do we have one left on the other balcony?
Yes, you still have one on the balcony. There's the other one on the first balcony that just got attacked is still up.
Oh, he is still up. I will attack that one then, and do a firebolt.
Okay.
Which is a 1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
I don't see that you roll for like whether or not it hits.
Might be roll to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Firebolt's an attack roll.
Okay, so I roll for attack.
Yep. And you have a D4 for bless.
Oh, okay. Let me roll my 4. 10.
10 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
And then I got a d10 for damage. Let me find that guy. 8. So 8 damage.
8 damage. It melts as your energy. You don't even like have to like fully commit. Your energy goes flying and it hits right off the shoulder and just melts into a puddle. The hat, the coals, the nose, and the scarf just pour off the balcony towards you.
Puddle.
All right. As the top of the order, you hear more of that crunching sound. And Draxel, you hear one of the snowmen coming from deeper down the hallway, now about 10 feet away from you. It is now your turn, Draxel. You have one coming towards you 10 feet away. You have one on the balcony that you can kind of see.
Okay, does it sound like there's like more and more and more of these things?
So far, you're only hearing this one.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of. Once I know what I want to do, I'm gonna kind of back up into the main of the room next to Tullen.
Okay.
Just kind of like create like this little group in the center, defensive group. Pull out my boomerang and just chuck it at the one on the balcony.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
9 plus 3 plus 5, 17.
Hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Four points of bludgeoning.
4 points of bludgeoning. It smacks right into the snowman, pops off what's left of it, and the whole thing seems to crumble. Your boomerang then flies back right into your hand. That brings us to Vea. It is now your turn. You see the snowman coming out from the hallway on the left where the statue is gesturing towards.
Do you think the statue was warning us, or I don't know? And she just rushes forward, and she's just like, I guess the poison worked last time, so I'll try it again.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a con save.
That is a 10.
Fail. And it takes 7 points. And then, how far up did I have to move?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, so I'll back up 10.
Okay.
And try to, like, get back in this group against my better judgment as a player.
Okay. So you back up as soon as, like, the sparks of your poison explode into it. Tell me what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The poison just like gets it in the chest and spreading out. It just kind of starts to vein up around, starting with like the middle snowball, and it veins up into the whole thing, and eventually it just liquefies.
Exactly that, and like the head seems to be the last thing that liquefies out, and you can even see like the coal mouth seems to change from that creepy smile to a quick and then melts into nothing.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay. So that was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Do you think the statue's telling us to go that way?
I will go that way
My
and
guess.
blow fire down that hallway if I see anything move.
Okay. So you
Like
head down that.
Scooby Dooing down this hall.
Yes.
Are you all like following behind Tolan?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So ooh.
I've got a spark in my throat. I'm ready.
So as you kind of lean down the hallway, you breathe down the hallway, and you notice that this hallway goes into 4 different directions. There is a column in the middle. It seems to be probably about 40 feet across in a square. You see a large opening to the west of you, to the north of you, and a smaller one to the south of you.
Is there anything telling us which direction we should go?
Excuse me.
I should do.
As far as you can see, the opening to the north and the west of you seems almost exactly the same. You don't see any signs of snow puddles at this point in time. Your cone of fire hits that column and kind of diverts it down either way. You're not seeing any signs of life. Definitely from the path to the south of you, but it definitely seems to be much more grand to the north and to the west.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna wander out there
Okay.
and probably look to the north-ish.
North-ish. Okay.
Yeah. See what's up northwise.
With your 20-foot cone of your torch, you notice that the hallway continues onward into pitch black. It seems like in this hallway there is maybe a door of some sort, maybe an entryway leading west to the left if you were to travel north a little bit.
Go. What's to? What was straight ahead of? We were going left, right? So
Yeah.
what would be more left then?
More left, if you kind of like angle yourself around the column, you find yourself coming to, again, more of that opening with your 20 feet. You do, however, hear those crunching footsteps, and you can kind of make out something moving towards you. There is a similar how if you went up the north hallway going up, to your left or to the west, there was a little bit of an opening. There's a similar one here as well.
Okay. I hear something this way, guys. Do we want to go this way? Because we can hear something? The other way, I didn't hear anything. And there's also, I think, another pathway, because there's like 4, where we came north, left, and south. I haven't checked south yet, but...
Can I do like an investigation to see if there's anything else like we found in the first room that would indicate a way to go?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
A 1.
So what you find is a sign that was once on the column, now singed into pieces.
Ah, shoot!
Dang it!
I'm sorry!
No, it's okay, because this is the weirdest place. We were right to be wary of snowmen.
Would mending fix it?
It would fix the sign, probably not the ink on the sign.
Dang it.
Okay.
Oh.
So you could hear the crunching from what direction?
Coming from the west.
Yeah.
I mean, do
Okay,
we want to
okay.
go toward more snowmen because we think the gem is that way, or do we want to go away from that?
That seemed to be where, like, the snowmen were coming from when we were in the one room, and it was, like, the statue was pointing that way, and we probably gotta find another statue.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense that they'd want to defend the way to go.
It's like in a video game. If there's enemies, you know you're going in the right direction, right?
Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's like video games and then there's reality.
Yeah.
Do you want to bite
I'ma do
more
it,
of
I'm
those
gonna-
things? Okay.
Gonna be ready for it.
All
And
right.
I'll look for signs before I just.
I'm gonna
burn
sneak
stuff.
attack it.
Roll me a perception check, Tolan.
Okay. Skills, perception. Boy, he's great at these. 2.
You are so worried about not stepping on any of these snowflakes, you don't notice until your light shines clearly on another snowman.
Hey, buddy. I'm a firing my lasers. Blah!
How many of those do you have left?
What? It doesn't say.
You should have like 3 or 4, and I think this is your 4th.
Hang on, let me check. Dang it, where's actions?
At 3, yes, but what about 4th fireballs?
Serena says you probably would have had a better, made better friends with the wolves than the snowmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're jerks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm out. Never mind. I'm like.
Can you like just lower your torch to it?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hold my torch out.
You just hold it out. You don't even like swing it
No,
out.
I'm like walking towards it with the torch, like, hey, I'm giving you light. Like the statue said.
I just rolled a natural 20 on a snowball flying out and
Oh no.
extinguishing your torch. You are now dumped into not quite pitch blackness. You have little candles across the hallways here and there, but not enough to really make heads or tails of where you need to go.
No.
Crap.
That was rude.
I cast light just on my stuff, on my
Your-
coat.
Your coat puffs up light. What's that, 40 feet?
I think it's 20 bright and no, 20 bright light and dim light for an additional 20.
Okay, so you can still make out the snowman, and it is working its way closer to you, Tolan, since you were leading the pack.
Okay. I am gonna grab my warhammer and hit it, I guess.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
Yeah. Is Bless still active?
No, it's been a
No?
minute.
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
way more than a minute at this point.
Cool. That's 16 then.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And I'm doing this one-handed. So 9 damage.
It
Bludgeoning.
explodes as your hammer just comes down, crushes its velvet hat. That the carrot and the coal and the sticks just seem to explode in every direction. There's snow like on the wall, slowly turning back into water. You have killed another snowman.
I
So
can see why
gruesome.
the kids would like always break the snowman. This is kind of satisfying.
You now that you've got this extra bit of radiant light from Draxel, you're noticing that the journey forward a little bit. You see that opening that leads north now, and you can see that there is a large wooden door, and you have more of that hallway to the west of you to explore. But there's a large wooden door about 30 feet north of you.
What's in the small opening south?
I'm sorry?
What? There's this small opening to the south, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
What's down that way?
So go look.
Who sees better in the dark maybe could look.
I got 60 feet dark vision.
Okay.
I can go look.
So, Rain, you go trepidatiously, I imagine. Do you want to, like,
Yeah.
stealth in or anything?
I will attempt to be
Okay.
stealthy.
If you start going and you look like you're going to be stealthy, I am going to tap you on the shoulder and give you Blessing of the Trickster.
Yay.
I have
Hell yeah.
advantage on stealth.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, what is my stealth? Okay. So with advantage 15.
Okay.
And I'll just try to like investigate in that direction.
How far down? Because as you start walking down, you notice that this hallway is pretty short, and it seems to branch off into multiple directions.
Oh boy. I would probably go in far enough to see where it branches.
Okay. So you get right to the lip of this hallway, and you notice that to the east, it kind of dead ends. It looks like maybe some sort of place where someone may have been sitting at one point in time, where they kind of like sit and ponder. You can see a small candle lit on this end, and to the west, it's a narrow hallway, much narrower than the hallway that you were just in. You're noticing signs of rubble, that this hallway is falling apart. Seems to be a couple rooms in this area, maybe a resting space for those who traveled here at one point in time.
Okay. Can I go in and investigate the resting area?
That alcove kind of bench place?
Yeah. Go a little bit further in so I can look around it.
Yeah, so you get there and you notice that you have to pass one of these rooms. It's to the south of you. In this room, there seems to be a bunk bed of some sort, maybe a dresser. You can't really tell full details, but you do notice, with your 60 feet of dark vision, there is a snowman sitting on one of those beds. It has not noticed you. It is not looking in your direction.
Oh.
But as you get to this alcove, it is a very spacious, 10 feet across bench. It looks like there is plenty of room to sit and just ponder.
Okay.
Pondering snowman.
Uh-huh.
Pondering
Domestic snowman life.
Domestic life is about to get wrecked.
Could I do an attack of opportunity on this guy?
You sure can try.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
So you're going to be doing a stealth attack
Yes.
on this thing. Attack of opportunity is only when it leaves your
Okay.
space.
Okay. Stealth attack. I want to cast Firebolt again, I think.
Okay. And go ahead and roll with advantage because it has not yet noticed you.
16.
16. Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh boy. Oh, 9.
9. You let the flames grow from inside, and you let that fire fly. It lands into the snowman with a satisfying hiss as it melts away into nothing. The hat even burns, and the scarf is gone. You now have a nice roasted carrot if you wish to eat it, clearing out that bed. But as you do that, you notice from 2 different directions the crunching of the snow. Go ahead and roll me a initiative for me.
Oh no. I would probably say rather loudly, "Oh no."
Oh god. Okay, I go sprinting at the sound of that.
All right. Everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
I'm gonna come and join in that.
I got a 6.
6.
17.
Non-natural 20.
18.
18. What'd you get, Tolan? I'm so sorry.
Oh, 17.
17. Okay. All right. So, you notice, everybody, that coming from the darkness, you can hear crunch, 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 as it comes out of the unexplored area of the long hallway, and almost turning the corner out of the view that you couldn't quite see from this room, Rain, just like turning around, you see another snowman comes in and starts like slowly moving towards you. Vea, it is your turn. You do not quite see these snow people yet, because nobody, because with your 20 feet of light, you can't quite see them.
Oh no.
I sure can't. And I'm gonna struggle my way 30 forward.
Okay. You reach the edge of the dim light from Draxel's coat.
And I'm gonna hold a poison spray for if one comes into my 10-foot radius, but aside from that, I'm just waiting there.
Okay, so you get your hand ready. You can hear the crunch, crunch, crunch. You cannot see anything. Draxel, it is now your turn. You're still like 30 feet back from where Vea is. You're not quite sure where Rain is. You know that Tolan's about 10 feet from you. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm just gonna keep running forward with my brightly lit coat until I can see if I can see one of these snowmen, or if I can get close to our squishy wizard to like help defend them.
So you make it down again about 30 feet, and you notice you're like side by side with Vea at this point, and you just light up a snowman, and it has an angry face, its arms reaching outward towards Rain. What do you do?
Okay, his arms reaching out towards Rain?
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to go ahead, and in the sound of like that, like the Christmas bells, like the sweet silver bells, like that song, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, his specialty. He's so wise.
We don't know.
That is an 8.
Snow person.
That is a fail. So as he hears this sound, he's going to take 2 points of damage.
So he's like, his snowballs seem to be like a little bit shaken, but he's starting to move towards you. Tolan, it is now your turn. You're like at the edge of this dim light. You've got Vea and Draxel. You can see now with again with the dim light looking towards the light. You see that there's a snowman about 10 feet away from Rain, and that's what you can see. What do you want to do?
Awesome. I'm gonna run down there and hit it with a hammer.
All right, you run past your friends. Go ahead and roll to attack.
All right. Go Warhammer. That was a 9.
9 does not hit, unfortunately.
Like,
So as it's still trying to like gain its balance back on its individual spheres, you swing your hammer and miss, and it doesn't make any sound, but it almost seems like it's at you. It is now the one in the hallway's turn, and it's going to try and shoot a snowball at you, Rain.
Oh boy.
That is a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Rain's not near me, dang it.
Nope. Rain's got about 10 feet away from you.
Oops. Sorry, Rain.
That is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
As a snowball with a rock just hits you like dead center in the chest.
Ow.
And it's gonna move closer to you. It's probably about within striking distance at this point. What?
Okay.
It is now your turn, Rain.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna like try to jump under the bed and like push the mattress up as a makeshift like barrier.
It is blocking your way into the room at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I can't get into the room.
Yeah.
I am kind of pissed that it hit me, so I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at it.
All right.
And let's see. That shoots how many darts? 3?
3 at base. Yeah.
4, 3, 3. So that's 10.
It explodes as snow goes everywhere. You hear it against the walls, and it's sliming down the walls. The hat is the only thing as it like drifts to the ground.
I'm gonna grab the hat and like put it on one of my foreheads.
Love it.
Just
Ah, this
razz
is so
it.
good. It is now the creature in the hallway's turn, Tolan, as it's trying to, like, rebalance itself. It is going to try and hit you. Ugh, no. 10. I'm assuming a 10 does not break your armor class.
No.
Oh,
he's
no.
fine.
Oh, no. So, like, again, it, like, winds up its branch. It tries to strike you. It just completely misses. It is now, Vea, your turn. Oh, I am so sorry, Vea. You had that prepared. I am so sorry.
No, it's cool. Did it get within 10 feet of me?
It is, like, just at the edge of 10 feet.
Okay, so the Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I am so sorry. I completely
it's
forgot
cool.
that. That is a 12.
That. Oh, it's a 15. Never mind. Yeah, it fails.
Okay.
And it takes 12 points of damage.
It explodes in just green snow, plattering the walls again. The hat is the only remnants. The sticks of arms are even, like, rotted away into nothing.
I'm gonna, like, just go over to it. And I am in just salt-filled just rage. I'm gonna reach down and just, like, this is my hat.
Fancy hat gang.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You are now out of combat. The snowmen are gone. You can see that there seems to be about three rooms in this hallway.
I'm gonna go through the drawers.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Okay. 14.
14. You find 14 silver pieces.
Hey, all right. Put them in my pockets like a goblin.
So you have explored that room. You notice that, like, as the hallway kind of angles outward, it's just falling apart stone. There doesn't seem to be much to explore further down, but there still are 2 more rooms to explore.
I am gonna light. Well, actually, no. Drexel's got his light on him right now, right?
Yep, just my
So-
dark coat.
Wait, Drexel, let's go in this room together and explore it.
All right.
So you go into the second room, and it's got a thin layer of water and a few odds and ends, a few shelves, a writing desk, and a turned over cot.
Gonna pilfer through it.
Okay. As you pilfer through it, go ahead and roll me a d20. 14.
Yeah.
Tolan?
It's not letting me roll. There we go. Nope. Roll the dice. There we go. 11.
11. You both find 14 and 11 pieces of silver each.
All right.
Okay.
Vea, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure that Rain's okay. I'm so done with snowmen.
Yeah.
Snow people, whatever.
Yeah. That's. A high five on the hat, though. It's very
Heck
nice.
yeah.
Very dapper. Oh boy. Well, I guess. I don't know. Like, is there anything else in that room, like under the bed or anything I could like find? 'Cause I think he would like scavenge around a little before they leave.
You don't find anything, like, of significance. You find, like, a few rags that have worn away due to time. It's definitely a lot more wet than the room was beforehand. And yeah, you're not finding anything. Like, this definitely feels like very hotel vibes.
Okay. Then just tosses his scarf over one shoulder and heads for after the boys.
Drake says, so Rain has a scarf and a hat now. All that's missing is a carrot and Cole. Gotta complete the collection. It's safe to
I'm
say.
imagining like Coraline vibes, but it's
Yep.
full instead of button.
Oh no.
Safe to assume Vea won't be making her own snowman ever again, eh?
Nah. I
Uh,
already don't like it when it's all cold, and now there's just mean snowmen.
What do you guys want to do from here? There's still one more room to explore, or you could go back out into that main hallway.
Oh, explore that room real quick.
Let's just, yeah.
Okay, go ahead, and both of you roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gosh, dang it. We would.
7.
7 and
19.
19. All right. As you walk into this room, you notice that the far wall has collapsed in on itself. There's nothing but fallen stone, and you notice that in the opposite corner there is a large pool of water. But in that pool of water, you notice that there is a snowman drifting in the water, starting to melt, and shoots off 2 snowballs. And Draxel, you take 2 points of damage as a stone just scuffs across your armor.
That's terrifying.
And it just into the water.
Snowman, why'd you step over there?
You don't see anything else worth investigating in this room.
Okay. You okay, Draxel?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
I hate this place.
Are your health points okay?
Oh, yeah, they're fine.
Okay. Cool. Because I still got lay on hands. So. Let's go explore a different tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
what tunnels do we have?
You have the north tunnel and the west tunnel. Both of these tunnels seem to have some sort of they seem to meet in the middle. If you were to go north, there's the tunnel that leads left, and it would kind of like lead to that large wooden door. If you were to go west, there is that wooden door again, or the hallway that continues on. You could also go back to the main space, and there was another entryway that way.
Do we want to go through the doors or go back?
Real quick, how are we doing on time?
I'm okay.
We're all good?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I don't mind if we take like a 5 minutes so I can grab a drink.
Okay, do we want to take a 5 minute and get some water?
Yes.
Or what, snacky snacks?
You don't drink water.
That's all I have been drinking right now.
No, I need to get more Coke.
I need to drink the blood of the victims that you are all killing today.
How's that melted snowman taste?
Lemony.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a Coke.
All right, you guys go get some
Yes.
something to eat or drink or snack on, and we'll be taking a quick break. We'll be right back.
Alright.
welcome back. Thank you for all letting us have our little breaks, snacks, bathroom breaks. Everybody got something to eat. I even got hot chocolate. It's white chocolate, hot chocolate.
Aw,
Ooh.
fancy.
It's not as strong as a forever hot chocolate, but you know, it's still rather tasty. Okay. So, where we left it last, we were exploring. We still have a northern hallway, a western hallway that seemed to meet up with a large wooden door. And there's still a lot to explore in that main entryway. There was a whole nother hallway that wasn't being gestured to.
There sure was.
Where would you guys like to go?
I would like to go at the back of the line.
All right.
I'll go first.
Go to the
I can
door
take a hit.
or
Yeah, we're going to the door.
are we?
Okay. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Everybody?
Just Tolan.
Okay.
Do a perception check as soon as I find it.
Sorry for the rapper noises.
You're a rapper noise. Oh gosh. That was a 1.
A 1.
Mm.
You make it to the door.
Love how he
Yeah.
said that.
You make it to the door. Do you open the
Mhm.
door?
Yes.
You open the door, and as you do, I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw.
It's that moment where you're like, I don't trust the DM. I rolled a 1, but I gotta open the door. That would be 12.
12. You barely, by the skin of your teeth, avoid these icicles that plunge down from the ceiling and melt away into nothing after the space clears out. And as you open the door, you notice, one, that this door does connect to the north hallway that I was talking about, and two, you find yourself in the midst of what looks to be a very ornate receiving room of some sort. There seems to be these large braziers that are, one is filled with a blue fire and one with an orangey red fire, and above these two braziers is some sort of device that's connecting them, and in between those, what looks to be like an empty gem slot. That gem slot is currently darkened, and what little light you can see from this room, you see that there are two throne rooms, or two thrones themselves, and you see this withered old lady with white hair and blue pale skin. Her clothes seem to be covered in icicles, and just slightly beside her is another snowman. Hello, little one.
Am I taller than her?
No. She is quite tall.
Okay.
She's bent over in such a fashion that it makes it look like she's about your height, but she is quite tall.
No, that would have been funny. Okay. Hi.
Hello. What do I have the pleasure of such a handsome young dragonborn?
He like
Roll to
squints.
Roll to seduce.
Oh, you got this.
Bless.
Tolan can't flirt to save his life.
Drake says
Oh,
it's Lady
I mean,
D.
You're a paladin. Like, you're pretty charismatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that has never worked for him. He like here we go. He's gonna channel Spider-Man. He's gonna kind of walk up, and there's no wall to put his hand on, so he just like leans against the wall and goes, "Hey."
All that she does is raises an eyebrow. Are you here for my gem?
Is it the last lights gem? Because there could be multiple gems in here. I don't want to accidentally go for the wrong one.
And she reaches inside of her sleeve and pulls out the very large ruby, perfectly cut. And you can see that there is a little bit of like energy stored inside of this thing. And she goes, the light of those of what they are willing to give up. It's such a delicious energy, don't you agree?
I don't eat rocks.
Or ambitions.
Potential.
Mm.
My, Kalishtar friend?
And she is still like grumpily wearing this hat.
Oh, I see you've met some of my children.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, if you've come to give sacrifice, now is the time. Feel free to sacrifice what you feel would be important.
Who are you?
My name is forgotten to those of time itself. I have prolonged my life off of such potential. You can just call me the Queen of the Last Lights.
I mean, Talon, you're really good at naming things. Do you have any ideas?
This is the actual Frosty. There we go. That's her name. She's Frosty.
Ah,
Queen Frostine.
I have not been cut so deep in such a long time.
I mean, I think it's a pretty solid name.
You are kind of Frosty, and you said that the snowmen are all your children, so like, makes sense.
I am disappointed in this latest batch of adventurers. Usually they're willing to give up something.
Things to give up, but I did not know about you with the legend. Like, this is confusing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what do we get out of giving things up?
Your lives?
I mean that's good incentive.
If you give to the braziers as days of yore, I will put in the gem, and it will fuel it. And what I get, is more eternal youth and beauty. Look at me. Look how gorgeous I am. And like frostbite has like eaten away parts of her cheeks. Like there's no wrinkles because it's all frozen in place. So like when she's making any statement, it's all just like frozen. There's no facial movement whatsoever. And she
Oh
goes,
man, should name her Elsa. Just kidding.
She has a broken heart. Look, no, but
Elsa's
that's
nicer.
perfect because down in the hamlet we met Rapunzel.
Oh yeah.
Oh
There you
yeah.
go.
Oh.
So
Okay, but I don't know. We were told a lot of people come up here and do this, and this seems really easy where we were told everyone fails up here.
and also isn't the whole like Last Lights vibe like helping others and not like selfishly keeping things for yourself? You know, using the gem to like benefit the community and the like people who need what you don't anymore.
roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh, it got stuck. Okay, what is my persuasion? 13.
13. You see her kind of like look at the stone for a moment, and she's kind of like taken aback, and she she kind of looks it over, looks at you, and like, the cost that this is barren on me. I've been so overwhelmed by what this can give me. I never thought what I could give to others and the community. So I think I will take this gem outside and make them give to me directly, so that way I get all of the benefits in the end. That just seems... Thank you so much. What a wise idea. I will. And she snaps her fingers, and 4 more snowmen appear in the room with her. They just seem to, like, form out of the floor. The top hat seems to even, like, grow from the snow as well. And she goes, I think you're right. I need to build my community. My community needs to be stronger, braver, bigger. Ah, yes.
I guess the real question is, why aren't you giving up something so exorbitant for Last Lights?
I've given everything. My life. My livelihood. I don't have anything else to give. Why don't you give, my cursed, dreamed friend?
Well, see, I had planned to. But I don't know. What are you giving up again? Because you seem pretty lively.
Oh, I'm giving up my life in Endeavor. I have only been here. I've never left before. But until now, I think me and my friends should adventure outward and onward. Yes. Yes, I love this idea.
Okay.
Well,
I would like to roll a history check.
Okay.
To see if any of the stories Grandmama has told me will trigger in my mind about this lady. I don't know.
All right, go ahead and roll a history check.
Where is history? Oh, up at the top. 12.
You're familiar of a lady getting really greedy and kind of locking herself inside. A very powerful magician of some sort. Very themed with the winter motif. But what happened to her, where she went, why Grandmama stopped adventuring with her, you have no idea.
Okay.
Could I do any kind of like history check or arcana check on the gem itself?
Yeah, go ahead. Arcana check, for sure.
Yeah. 18.
So, from your studies, you definitely have heard of the Gem of Last Hope. It is the light that shines for the season. It did eventually go missing, and many adventurers have gone looking for it. There have not been any signs of it showing up, but this has the potential to give energy, magically speaking, to kind of whatever you need it to do. If you need it to enhance a spell, it'll enhance a spell. If you need it to give life and infuse crops that will last for a little bit longer, it can do that as well. If it just needs to be a fire for a little while, it can do that as well. It essentially will give life where needed.
Okay.
Did you ever adventure with... He almost says Grandmama. Maggie the Dragonborn.
She looks at you for a moment. Margaret, Margaret, Maggie, Margaret. Yes, I thought you looked familiar.
I think she'd be disappointed in you.
Why do you think she left? She was upset that she could not receive the benefits. She wanted this all to herself. She said, no, it must go out of here. And I knew. We discovered this cave. Me, her wife, and and her and we all traveled together, and we found this place. We discovered it. We cleared it of the ogres that had found its way inside, and I found this gem, and this gem increased my abilities.
I'm gonna do something bad. I want to cast Shatter and base it at the stone.
Hell yeah. What do I need to
Nice.
roll?
It's a Constitution save.
I rolled a natural 18.
Oh. That passes, but you still take half damage.
Okay, roll damage.
And that'll be 3d8. Give me just a second to find which one is the 8. Okay. So I rolled 12 altogether, so 6 damage.
So as she's like contemplating and kind of lost in nostalgia, you throw your spell and you can hear cracking like glass is shooting down this open throne room, and as it continues to explode in sound, it hits the stone and it then cracks, and you can see that there's this almost moment of pure joy and terror crossing her frozen face. And as it cracks, her hand sinks tighter around it, and it explodes with energy, backlashes, and she jumps back, still holding onto it, but you can see now her whole arm is singed with fire, and she goes, "You ingrates! I give you the opportunity to live, but now you will pay." And I need all of you to roll initiative.
1.
Rain's just like,
It's okay,
no.
I went first.
18.
All right. Tolan, 18. Draxel?
16.
16. Vea?
9.
9. Okay. Let me roll for the boys, and then I'll roll for her. All right, we've got... Okay, so top of the order is Tolan. You're 18. You're right at the doorway. You're 30 feet away from where she is sitting. Well, she's not sitting anymore. She's definitely much more taken aback by what's going on. She still has the 4 snowmen around her. The braziers are still lit. You are in the doorway. You kind of leaned up against it. Your friends are at your back. What do you do?
I am going to. Hang on. It's an action to channel divinity, huh?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, I'm gonna channel divinity and probably position myself in probably like middle of the room.
Okay.
Just so that I am in a good spot, and that way any of the soft squishy people can follow me for protection.
Okay. So you channel divinity, you draw into your energy, you step into the room, light starting to emit from you as you gather your strength. Draxel, it is now your turn.
All right, directly up behind this woman. Well, I'm going to assume I'm going to call her Hag. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
and directly roll for it. What is my bonus? So is this like kind of dark knife made of bone? It's gonna come down and slash at her. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
She is going to take 11 points of force damage.
Oh, dang. All right. So it comes down and slashes right into her, and she and it like as it opens up, you notice that like where blood would normally pour, it's just like almost a slow molasses like drizzle of blackened blood. Is that your turn?
Nope. So for my regular action now, she has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. This is going to cast Totally Dead.
Okay. That is 17.
Yep, she passes. She takes nothing.
Okay.
And just kind of move into the room, kind of get to like the side, just so we're starting to like spread out a little.
All right, spreading
That's
out.
it for me.
Okay, so you get in there. You notice that there are several other snowmen. There's 2 on either side of her. You try and cast Toll the Dead of the Bells, and she just seems to like cast it off of herself. She just seems to break free of your spell, and she looks at the 2 of you and she goes, "Ooh, choices, choices, choices. Who do I want to destroy first?" And she looks at you, Tolan, and she goes, "I never really liked Margaret. Margaret the self-proclaimed. Margaret the adventurer. The one who's worth everything." And she's going to take one large step towards you, and she is going to try and claw at you.
Don't insult Grammy Ma.
And that is 18 to hit.
That is a miss.
That misses. So you bring up your shield, and she rakes her long fingers into the wood, and it seems to scratch away slightly, and she just screams in rage, and she seems to shake, and energy starts to build around her. It is going to be one of the snowmen's turn, and it's going to move close to you, and it's going to try and take a strike at you, Tolan. That
Stupid
is
snowballs.
15 to hit.
That misses.
All right, that's its
18,
turn.
19, heck yeah.
Another one's going to move into your area, and it's going to try and hit. But because it's close to a friend of his, he's going to take advantage. That is 15 to hit.
Someone's just dodging these snowballs.
All right, Vea, it is now your turn. You've now seen 2 different snowmen come up and try and attack Tolan. Tolan is on the guard, even as this large, hag-like woman stands upright, tries to rake at Tolan. He seems to be holding himself up. 2 other snowmen have not yet moved. Tolan is in the center of the room, glowing ever so slightly, as the hag is moving in close. You're probably about 20 feet away from the hag itself.
She's gonna just look at the hag and say that ogres would have been preferable to your snowy children, and Grammy Ma is a self-proclaimed badass. And then this like radiant light is gonna appear directly above her and just shine down to her.
Yeah.
As Vea casts Moonbeam.
All right. That'll be on her next turn.
Yep.
Okay, is that your whole turn?
And I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay.
Trying to stay within 30 feet of mostly Tolan.
Okay, cool. So you're still kind of like out in the room. You're like at the doorway itself. You're not quite in. You're not quite at cover. It is now the other 2 snowmen's turn, and they see you, Draxel, try and sneak in. They're going to both come in. Oop, not you. They're going to come in and try and attack you. Wrong die. That's the first time I've done. Natural 20!
Oh, no.
Max damage on the die roll, too! Ah, I'm so sorry!
Uh-oh. I'm so sorry, he says, cackling madly.
I'm mad with power. What do you want from me? That... 16 points of damage.
Cool.
Just cool.
That's on the first one to attack.
Are these ranged or are they not?
They are not ranged. They've got up close and personal to you at this point.
Cool.
And that is non-natural 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That is 3 points of damage that time.
All right.
So they both like bring their twigs of arms out and they just scratch against you, tearing away your nice coat. And they are ripping you to shreds at this point. Rain, it is now your turn.
Okay. And how far is Queen Frostine?
From you, she's about 30 feet away.
30
From
feet.
Tolan, probably about 5.
Oh, geez. Okay. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll just be like a regular attack or ranged attack
Perfect.
for damage. And that is 13.
13 to hit
Mm-hmm.
does not hit.
Dang it. And I don't get to do anything if it doesn't hit, so guess that's my turn.
So, do you want to move at all, or like get in the room?
Am
position?
I think I'm behind
You're behind Vea at this point.
Vea.
Mhm.
I'll probably like I definitely want to get behind someone with a shield. So, but not since Tolan is very close to her, I will position myself like away from the immediate snowmen as much as I can.
Okay. So, do you like want to go in the room because you've kind of all been like out?
Oh,
in
yeah.
That.
Yeah, I will go in the room and then kind of like if I can be somewhere in the middle of where everyone else is positioned.
Perfect. So you're like kind of up against the wall. Draxel's
Yeah.
to your left, to your right,
Okay.
and slightly ahead of you is Tolan.
Perfect.
And Vea is like behind you, still kind of like in the doorway space.
Okay.
Tolan, it is now your turn.
Awesome. I am going to cast Divine Favor
Okay.
on myself. Which... Oh, this is a bonus action. Oh, never mind. So I have to attack and then I use that?
You can use
I
that
don't know
first.
how to use spells.
So like bonus action if it's like part of like you said it was divine favor?
Yeah, it says it'll add an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Yeah, so you can cast that before you hit or do anything. So you're casting a spell on yourself.
Okay.
Your powers empower you with divine radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4. So you cast that as a bonus action. Now you can attack as normal.
Okay, cool. I'm going to hit her
All right,
with
go
my hammer. So
ahead and try to hit her.
And then yeah, it was 14, and then I have divine radiance. Shoot, what does
What?
that do again?
Divine radiance.
Still on my weapon. Oh, that was under actions.
Light counters and dispels all darkness effects, and causes pain and damage to undead creatures. I think that might be 3/5, not 5e.
Or channel divinity. There we go.
Channel
I did
divinity.
the sacred. Yeah, I did the sacred weapon one.
Okay.
So add +3 to attack rolls, so 17.
17 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits.
Yay!
All right, go ahead, roll for damage, and then plus 1d4 for your divine attack.
Okay. Come on, thing, work.
Serena says, this hag's minions are just beating on you guys.
Hang on a second. Ow!
Oh!
Are you okay?
You
I'm
okay?
good. I'm just looking for a D4 because D&D
Oh.
Beyond won't let me use a D4.
I can just roll one for you right now if you trust
Roll me a D4.
Oh, that's a max! That's 4! Hell yeah,
Nice.
baby!
8 total then.
8 total damage, yes!
Oh yeah.
So, you bring your hammer, like, kind of riposting from the strike onto your shield, and you just bring it down right onto her arm, and it explodes in light, and she yells and screams, and you can see frost starting to grow, like, come from her breath, freezing around her lips and her jaw. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Draxel, it is your turn.
All right, so if I can move my spiritual weapon 20 feet towards me to one of these snowmen that is on me, my
Yep.
bonus action, I'll do that. Take a strike.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Definitely hits one of the snowmen.
10 points of force damage.
It just, like, slices it in half, and it's very Kurosawa-esque, where it just... It is now gone.
Slice it. Hand to myself. Cure wounds.
Beautiful.
My action, and that's it for me.
Okay. It is now the hag's turn, and she is just, like, her arm is dangling in just an uncomfortable angle, and she looks at you, and she looks at Rain slightly behind you, and she takes in this deep, deep breath. I need both of you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's such a wonderful coincidence because she
Oh,
also
yes!
has to make a Constitution saving
Thank you for
throw.
reminding me! Oh, she got a 5! Woo!
I got a non-natural 20.
Okay.
I got a nat 20.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
Roll your damage for that.
That is really good, actually. 16 points of radiant damage.
16. Beautiful. So as she like takes a deep breath in, she like looks up and is blinded by this light, and like you can see it's starting to like melt away. Her skin's finally like gaining color, but not in a healthy way. It's starting to like burn really, really quick, and she screams, takes that deep breath in, and she lets out this icy, venomous breath across the room, trying to hit the two of you. On a success, you take half damage of that. Okay, and that is... I named the spell What It's Like to Chew 5 Gum.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so that's 4 points of damage to the both of you. You take half.
Okay.
You notice
On-
that... go ahead.
I was gonna say, on damage, I cast in Retribution, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah!
Yeah.
So you'll do a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, she's not very dexterous. 17.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, she does that, but she's gonna get half damage. So
Perfect.
Give me 1 second to roll 2d10s. 13. I don't know if you go high or low on a half C's.
We go low, so...
Okay, so 6.
Beautiful. You, So, she breathes breathes ice, and you just kind of, like, bring out energy, and it flames out towards her, past, like, almost seems to curve around Tolan, and scales up the other side where, there was that open wound, and she's burning and screaming, and she's, like, pats it out very quickly before it does too much damage. You look down at your feet, and you notice that where the breath attack was, it looks like had you not succeeded, you guys would have like been encased in ice and unable to really move.
Fun.
But fortunately, you guys are safe this round. It is now the two snowmen right next to Tolan, and they're going to try and attack Tolan. And that is a 21 to hit.
That one hits.
That one hits. That is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And the other one, oh my gosh, 2 nat ones.
Wow. About time.
It hurts itself in its confusion.
So, it being so surprised and so taken aback by its master being just like damage after damage after damage, it doesn't know how to react and kind of like tries to swing its arm and hits his ally, and his ally, who just did damage, explodes as it does 6 points of damage to its friend, and it just explodes into snow. And you just see this like coal-faced
Oh, thanks, buddy.
fuck. I'm like taken aback by Vea, it is now your turn.
Okay, did the hag move at all?
She did not move.
Cool. So that moonbeam's just gonna stay on her.
Perfect.
And then sorry, theater of the mind is really hard for me.
Totally. If you want to turn to our Twitch channel, I have a little map. I just couldn't share screen and do this at the same time. So
Oh, that's very helpful.
Yes.
just make sure that you mute the audio.
Chat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The chat's fine. I'm not giving them anything. That's not our Patreon
okay.
game.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Yes, okay, very helpful. Okay, on the two snowmen that are still there,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to position myself in a way that I can smack both of them with a thunder wave.
Okay. So-
I need constitution saves from them.
Okay. So we'll position you like slightly out, right about there, next to your friend Rain, and you bring your hands together, and their Constitution saves. One rolled a 10, the other rolled a 16.
Okay, the 16 passes, the 10 fails. And they take 2d8 thunder. Okay, so 13 points of damage on the one that failed, and it is pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
And then half of that on the other. So 6 on the other.
And so you bring your hands together, and that thunderous cacophony pushes its way around, and it pushes them both into nothingness. It's almost like a slow-mo shot in a Snyder film as someone's disintegrating into nothing. And the woman just, my children! No! It can't happen this way! And she claps her hands, and 2 more snowmen appear on the other side of the room from where all of you are.
Yeah.
That is her lair action. Okay.
And then Vea's just gonna like grabbing the brim of this hat and just really securing on her head, and she's just like staring this hag down. Like she's salty with this hag.
Roll me
Little tiny Vea.
roll me an intimidation check for me.
6.
She's kind of like, so you stole my child's hat. What am I supposed to be upset about? What? This doesn't make any sense.
No, I just really like the hat, and I'm planning on getting a scarf too.
Well, good for you. Rain, it is now your turn. You have 2 snowmen on the far side of the room, looking really angry, and you've got still the hag with Tolan right in front of her.
Okay. I'm actually gonna move to help Tolan.
Okay.
And I need to be within 10 feet of the hag, but not within 10 feet of Tolan. So I'm gonna move to like her left side.
Okay.
So that yeah.
Okay.
So that Tolan will be out of range, but she will be in range. Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna cast Arms of Hadar.
Oh!
Is a strength saving throw.
So, fun fact, she has disadvantage on strength saving throws.
Yes.
She rolled a 2.
Well, that isn't gonna work. So she's gonna take 2d6 necrotic damage, and she can't take reactions until her next turn.
Oh no. Oh no.
So she takes 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And then I will move do I have to like be within that 10 feet to hold her there, or can I move out of the way?
I think you can move out of the way afterwards.
Okay.
I'll allow it regardless.
Okay, I will then move behind Tolan.
Okay. So yeah, you swing by and you stay within like striking distance so you don't invoke an attack of opportunity, and move right behind Tolan while you're holding down this spell. The arms seem to like cinch down around her, and you can hear bones and ice underneath this tattered dress creaking and breaking, and she screams, but she almost seems like it's not as powerful as you were hoping. Like it's just like that's an inconvenience.
Oh, it stings a little.
It stings ever so slightly. Have you ever been stung by a bee? It sucks, but it's fine. Like, you'll live. It sucks. All right, we are back to the top of the order. Tolan and then Draxel.
All right. Let's go swingy
Okay.
at the scary lady again. There we go. Make sure I was at the right place. That would be 17.
17 to hit.
Yep.
That hits.
Oh yeah. 8 damage.
8 damage. So you bring that hammer around again while she's like trying to fight back whatever invisible force is crushing her ever so slightly. She's like blinded by the light radiating from the heavens above, and you just like take her out right at the shin and just She wobbles ever so slightly, and you can just see, I won't let you continue like this. Draxel, it is is that your turn?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Draxel, it's now your turn.
All right. If I'm able to reach her with it, I'm going to just swing that spiritual knife over to her and take a strike as my bonus action.
Perfect, that'll work.
That is completely on its side, which 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Ooh, max. So that's 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage. Perfect. All right, cool. She is
And then,
looking really beat up at this point.
all right. Would I be able to get close enough to actually flank her? Or no?
Not on this turn. You could definitely start. You definitely, by definition of flank, I will say yes. You could get close enough to flank her.
Okay. Doesn't matter if I can. So I was going to move up behind her, try and flank her.
Okay.
Kinda put my hands together as the black necrotic energy begins to go about between them and cast a level 2 inflict wounds.
Okay.
With advantage, that is going to be a 10 to hit.
Ooh, so close. You try and like grab onto her with your advantage. You're like confident that you're gonna like grab onto like, you see what looks to be like maybe like her side or her hip or something, and you try and reach out and grab, and as you sink your claws down into it, ice breaks off, and you find that you've just grabbed a patch of ice underneath her shiv. And she yes. It is now her turn, and she goes, I haven't had much luck striking. Wait, what's this light? No, not again! That is a 10.
That is a fail.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
12 points of radiant damage.
Mmm. Ooh. It is burning her. Ice is now melting away in patches, and she screams, and she, no! Ah! As it seems to,
giving her the light.
yeah. But she looks to you, Draxel, and is gonna just try and like backhand you across, and that is a natural 20 again, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
Let's see here. Her claw attack. I think this is the first time that I'm actually getting to a claw attack with her. That is 20 points of damage.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, she brings up her backhand and she just slashes down across you, cutting through your coat. Your coat is now exploded in tuft and down. And like you can see little trickles of blood where her nails just barely cut through. And she goes, "Now it's feels like more of an even game, right? Right?" And let me roll initiative for this. 5 and 6. Okay, yeah, they're not gonna go to the end. All right. So that is her turn. It is now Vea, your turn.
Okay, seeing Draxel get hit real hard,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run. Can I get within 10 feet of her from where I'm at?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up, and I am going to use a Bomb of the Summer Court on Draxel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna expend 3 dice. You get 3 temp hit points.
Sweet.
And 11 points of healing.
Bless you.
And then as my action, I am going to attempt a poison spray on her.
Okay.
And she needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 3.
Cool. And she's gonna take 12 points of damage.
Tell me what it looks like.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Okay, so with the radiant light shining down, Bea sticks her hand out, and you can see just these like magical green liquidy streams going out from her, and they're going to creep up on all the ice and just kind of like become part of the ice and seep into it.
Mm-hmm.
Switching her from a snowy blue to a poison green. And as it's happening, the light from Moonbeam is like reflecting off of all this green shimmer, and instead of having a blue ambiance to the room, the reflection is gonna go off in like a green.
But the energy just builds up in her. It takes over her blue pale skin, and it becomes that sickly poison green, and you can see it like seep into her eyes, and she looks down and she goes, fair's fair, I guess. And it just seems to bubble up into her as she melts and pools into nothing. Her walking stick, her dress collapses onto the floor, and the room kind of glows blue and then green and then back into its main color, and the gem sitting there on top of it all. The snowmen are still moving, though.
You're gonna come fight too?
You hear from the distance.
Yep, and I'll just stand my ground.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative order, or
It's up to you guys. It's their turn at this point, real quick. We'll end the round, and you can decide what you want to do from there.
Okay.
The two on the far end look to each other, and they start moving close to each other, and seem to be meshing into one larger snowman.
I think
Okay.
Rain's gonna move for the gem or whatever remains of it.
Okay.
I want to pick up the old woman's staff.
So do we want to go out of combat after Rain's turn as she goes and picks up the gem?
I would maybe hold off on a second for Rain, because if you stick your hand in that radiant light, it's gonna hurt.
No.
As long as you don't end your turn there, you'll be fine. Well,
No,
I guess
she-
entering the
just
turn,
like-
yeah.
Entering it for the first time on her turn.
Oh boy.
Just grab my staff and kind of knock it out, try to poke it out
Yeah,
of the
maybe be
movie.
careful, because I have not dropped concentration.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you get kind of close, Rain. Do we want to end initiative?
It depends on what the snowmen are
Yeah,
looking like, I guess.
They're getting large. That's what's happening here.
Probably stay in
Okay.
Yeah.
initiative order then.
are they getting menacingly large, or are they just... they're just really close?
As far as you're aware, they've never made any noise before. And the fact that you were able to hear a noise this time, it should be cause for a little bit of concern. And
Mhm.
they just seem to be mixing and creating larger snow spheres over time. Tolan, it is now your turn.
Okay. When she summoned them earlier, did she use her staff for that?
No, it seemed to be
No.
like a snap.
Okay. Dang, I was gonna be like, I'm gonna pick up the staff and be like, hey! I don't think that'll work. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to it and hit it.
Hell yeah. All right. You run over, you hit it. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That is 15.
15 hits.
And then... $11.
11 points of damage. Beautiful. Okay. So you bring in and you just take a large chunk of snow out from its bottom sphere. It's has this cavity in its abdomen area. It's hard to say on a snowman. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Draxel, it is now your turn.
All right, bonus action, move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer to it, but I don't think it can actually get to it from where it's at.
Yeah, a little far.
So full action, guiding bolt.
Okay.
9.
9 to hit.
Yeah, to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Nope. Nope. That's it for me.
All right. It is now Vea, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to spend my action moving my moonbeam to right over the conjoined snowmen.
All right, perfect. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Well, that just so happens to be the beginning of its turn, and it's going to make a Constitution saving throw. That is a 13.
That is a fail. And it will take 10 points of radiant.
Okay. All right, that brings it to the snow creature's turn, and it gets really just large in stature for a moment, and you can hear, "You killed mother!"
Oh.
And it's going to try and hit you, Mercedes / Tolan. That is definitely not going to hit. In a blind rage, its large sticks goes wide and goes right over your head. And it's just screaming madly. Rain, it is now your turn.
Well, if the moonbeam's not there anymore, I will reach to pick up the gem.
Okay.
Is that like what she was using to control the snowman? Because it seemed kind of like it, but
It, roll me a quick Arcana check.
okay. Not good. 8.
It's not what she was using to control it. You can confidently say that.
Okay, I will just pocket it then, and at the creepy snowman, I will cast 2nd level magic missile.
Okay.
That gives me
5d4?
44.
Ah.
12 total.
12 total. You have these 5 missiles fly out in that purplish blue hues that you have, and it lands and it just whoomp, whoomp, whoomp. But then they kind of explode out the backside, and you can now see these gaping holes where its main stature seems to be like starting to waver. Tolan, it is now your turn.
All right, going swinging at it again. Swingy, swingy. Ooh. Let's see. 24 plus 3, 27. Does that hit?
27? Yes, that will hit.
Okay, and then damage. Hang on. 11 again.
11 again. Okay. You're confident that, like, with this swing, you take out, like, another chunk of the sphere, and it starts to, like, lean over towards you as snow is smattered all across the far side of the wall. Draxel, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Sadie says this one needs a name because it's the big one. Bannon says Olaf. I was gonna say Swiss cheese. Because we're putting holes in it.
But it could be marshmallow if we're going with the
Marshmallow.
frozen theme.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I will bonus action and move my spiritual weapon. I think should be able to get close enough to hit it now.
Yes, definitely we'll be able to hit it there.
Take a swipe. 8 to hit.
8 does not hit, unfortunately.
I am going to get rid of all of these dice. Primary action, cast another guiding bolt.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
Oh.
It just ricochets off the wall, and it knocks off Vea's hat.
I am going to give Bea a very sorry look and just use some of my movement to just go and like sit down in one of these chairs and pout. I'm no use here.
That's beautiful.
All right, Vea, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna get up closer to this thing and I'm just gonna try to poison this one like, you know, I did its mom.
Okay, go for it. All right, I got to roll Constitution.
Yeah.
That is a 7. I'm not rolling well on Constitution checks.
Cool, that is 6 points of poison damage.
That's the exact amount of damage that it was remaining. I wish I was making this up.
I
It
feel
l-
kind of same because I don't want to. I taken so many kills.
That exactly 6 points.
Dang, Bea.
Tell me what it looks like.
Slaughterhouse.
And, you know, she is just a grumpy little brat, and she's just look at it and be like, "I'm gonna do to you what I did to your mom," and it's the same thing.
Yeah. Beautiful. Bravo. You stick your hand out, the tendrils of smoke and poison grow through it. It changes the hue of it to that slimy, sickly green ooze as it slowly just dissipates into a puddle of muck. and you are
Nicely done.
officially out of combat.
Aye.
Err. Okay, and now I can officially drop my concentration on that.
Yep. Okay, now I'm gonna go pick up that walking staff.
All right, it's taller than you are. Like it's pretty hefty.
That's right, she was giant, huh?
Yeah.
Can I like? Is there anything like decorative on it that like indicates that it was her walking staff?
Roll me a arcana check.
7.
It's kind of what you get. It's just kind of a shoulder shrug vibe.
I'll use my hammer. I'm gonna break off the top of it then.
Okay, so you break off the top of it. Seems like a regular staff.
I don't know. I'm gonna go take it and give it to Grammy Mom. Be like, yeah.
Yo, killed your old best friend.
They kind of went mad with power, so.
She definitely didn't deserve you, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
You know, like when we were getting the story from the shopkeeper, I was thinking that people not getting past stuff was more like a figure of speech, and it would be this big emotional thing. And then there was this mean old lady and snowmen.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't like snowmen.
Nope.
Nope.
So what do we do with the gem now?
There's a hole in the wall, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess we could try it.
Gem sized.
Yeah. Take it and hold it up to the hole in the wall.
So you put it back in its slot, and the kind of arches that lead down to the braziers of blue and of kind of the orangey red seem to grow in size, and they even come with this slight roar. And you can see that the flames grow into the stonework and light a small path into the archway, and where they touch the gem.
Is there like a path beyond it, or?
You do not see a path beyond it.
So maybe that's bringing the light,
Oh yeah.
and maybe we should go back to the room with the statues and go check on them.
Good idea.
Rain, roll me a quick Arcana check.
Okay. Please don't fail. 17.
17. You get you get a very strong magical sense that that this is the room. This is where everything takes place of giving up and sacrificing for the last lights, and that what you give goes into the fires, and that fuels the gem.
Okay. So I relay that to the group. Do I get a sense of like which fire is for which? Because I think they were different color, right?
Yeah, so blue is definitely much more of like more concepts. You know, I'm giving up, Lent kind of things. The orange is definitely much more for a physical item. So if you were to give up like a hobby, or like, hey, I'm giving up smoking or something along those lines, blue fire, personal items, things that are like I need to change, and then personal physical items would go into the orange fire.
Just to test it, I'm gonna put the top hat into the fire.
Oh, you love the top hat. I was looking forward to fan art of the top hat.
I still got the scarf.
All right, fair enough.
We're giving up being dapper.
There you go.
Fair enough.
The
All right, yep.
concept of being dapper.
Yeah.
So you put the hat into the fire, and it doesn't burn. Like, there's no heat as you put it in. And then as you draw your hand back, the flames just quickly consume. There's no ash, there's no smell, there's no smoke. But the fire grows, and the fire on that side grows up that patchwork of vines on the stone into the gem itself, and the gem seems to grow slightly brighter, and the crack that you caused on it cinches itself slightly closed.
Ooh. Huh. Did you guys want to add your old equipment?
Yeah, which fire do we put them in?
Well, that one is for like objects, and I think this one is for like if you wanted to give up I don't know, like concepts, like I don't know, stealing or
Hunting.
murder or arson, you know. Just off the top of my
Just
head.
off the top of your head.
What if it's like a physical item that has like a more conceptual meaning? What fire does that go in?
I mean, I think it would go in with the physical objects, but that's just a guess.
Just like kind of eeny, meeny, miny, moe it.
Okay.
Is it like emotionally meaningful, but a physical object? I think that would still go in the physical one.
Let me think about it for a minute. I gotta make sure I want to get rid of this.
Drake says, didn't the super snowman also have a top hat that Rain could grab? It'd be a super
And like
top hat.
put over my entire head, probably.
It'd be
One of those like belly dancing whistler people in parades.
I was thinking the card in Yu-Gi-Oh, the three
Yes.
top hats.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hide underneath it completely. I'll grab it on the way out.
Oh my god, what you need to do is you need to get the big one, you need to hide under it, and then you need to cast mirror image.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
It's now canon. This whole adventure's now canon. Just so I can do that. Yeah.
Right. I guess I'll walk up to the orange one, kind of take out a jar that's full of like pickled liquid.
Mm-hmm.
It still has a kind of like half-eaten, just kind of shriveled hand from a green tiefling that was a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Toss that in.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, finally let go of that thing. It's a souvenir.
So even like the fact that there's the pickling liquid in it, it doesn't extinguish the fire. It doesn't diminish it at all. And again, it's not hot to the touch. And then when you kind of step back, the flame consumes the hand, bones and everything, and it lights up that path once more. And the crack closes completely at this point.
I mean, Rain, I plan to have him bring like a bunch of old manga that he feels cringe about owning. So he has like probably like 10 volumes of like Dragon Ball and probably Gravitation, and he just tosses them into the
Pile
yeah.
stack of Angel Sanctuary.
DNA
Hey,
angel.
that's worth keeping.
The art is so pretty.
The art's so pretty.
It's so pretty. That's why I have the art books.
Yes, I still have all of Godchild, so no regrets. But yeah, anyway, a lot of manga.
Tolan?
Guys, I way overthought this. Like I was like, this has to mean so much, and I could have just brought like a junk food and resolved to eat better.
I mean, it's up to you and like what you're ready to give away. I
And
mean,
your
I
bag of
definitely have
chips.
things on my list that I want to someday, but I'm not ready to let go of it just yet, you know?
As you look
Wait,
around
where's
the room,
Billy been this whole time?
Billy's been mumbling at the sleigh this entire time. Didn't want to come inside.
Did he
He's like,
fall
you made me
on-
go through an avalanche. I ain't doing this again.
Oh,
Okay, he's carrying
also,
us home.
I am almost positive I caused another avalanche. And you know, Rain, I think you might have too.
Oh, well, I mean, probably.
And I don't know, like the potential of those bells from Draxel might have done the same.
Probably.
Well, yeah.
Just really,
I
really
didn't
grateful
cause any.
that the hamlet is not under the avalanche zone.
It'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. We'll find out.
I mean, if we did accidentally, like, if we caused all these avalanches, and that we probably ended up inadvertently killing a lot of creatures, that's a bunch of EXP, so we should, like, level up.
Min-maxing
on the
murder
bright
hobos.
side.
Clear an entire mountainside.
Yes.
That is some galaxy brain right there.
That is
And I'll finally
super
be high
galaxy.
enough level to actually like raise dead, so it'll work. It'll be fine.
While you guys are looking around the room, you see different notes of what people have been sacrificing, and you see a note saying, "I have some dice that never rolled above a 10. They can be given up," from Drake Hardy, and capitalism is on another one.
Oh man, I wish.
And it's from Vindictus 88.
Good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, if only.
Tolan's gonna put the shield and hammer in. And it's giving up the fear of trying new things.
Ooh.
And also giving up hiding stuff from his Mima.
Aw.
Lovely. And it
She figures out anyways.
consumed quickly, and it now the gem is glimmering with light.
With my earlier Arcana check, do I get a sense of like if we need to do anything to like help trigger its action?
You know you aren't the right person to do that.
Okay.
You're not sure what it was to, like, what you had to do to trigger the action. If it was like a council decision or if it just did the thing. All you can confidently say is like, this is magic beyond what I can normally do.
Well.
Come back at about 5-10 levels.
Well, I guess that's a job well done. I'm ready for some hot chocolate.
I chugged mine earlier after King Snowman was being rude.
Do you guys want to leave this area and head back home?
Vea is she's gonna go up to the physical fire, and she's got this like kind of like a handkerchief size piece of fabric, and it is like immaculately embroidered. And she's gonna stare at the fire for a second, and then she's gonna like meekly toss it in and kind of whisper to the fire that she's going to give up having impossible standards for herself, and that she's going to walk her own path, and hopefully she'll meet people she wants to meet there.
Aww.
Fantastic.
And
she's like
little goosebumps.
She like doesn't want anyone to hear because she's so embarrassed.
Aww.
So she's just like, and then acts, like she's super cool as she heads back. She's probably like blushing really stupidly.
You throw it in, and the fire consumes it. Do you like watch it be consumed?
Yeah.
You see like a little heart shape in the flame.
Aww.
And the energy again fills up the gem, but this time the gem kind of lets out a light burst of energy, and you hear all of that crunching noise that you had been hearing and you just kind of low-key didn't notice completely vanishes, and now you just hear dripping of water throughout this cave, this underground terrain.
There are more snowmen coming for us there for a second.
You thought you were done with snowmen, but it was me. More snowmen.
Snowman Dio.
Yeah.
You're all chilling. Alright.
Okay.
Let's start heading back. You're like, Grandma know that we did the thing, and it seems okay now.
Snowman.
Let's find out.
All right, so you head out and you see nothing but signs of puddles and top hats and scarves wherever you go as you leave out of the space.
Dude,
Did
I'm
you
getting me a scarf
Grab
too.
one.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody grabs a scarf. Does everybody grab a hat?
Oh, heck
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
because we were lying about giving up being dapper.
Yeah.
No, we're not actually
Punching comes
dapper,
back.
though.
Are there still like carrots everywhere too?
Oh yeah, plenty of carrots. Plenty of
I'm
carrots.
gonna just get a snack each time. Just pick them all up. Just keep eating.
Rain, as you're kind of like pondering about how all of this works, like you recognize that like there was energy from the crystal to bring life to the snowman, but with her energy, she was able to create the snowman in general. So like that's what made them move around, but she created the snowman itself. So you guys make it to the edge of the. Did you guys want to explore this space at all, or just head straight back to town?
I think I mean, I can't talk for everyone, but Rain is pretty tired. I think he's at half HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Should say something that he would rather ride the displacer beast back home than get on that sled again.
You guys make it back to the entrance, and the sled is ready to go out. Vea, since you didn't like unmind link with it, I'm just gonna say it goes, "Hey, you ready to go again?"
I mean, you think maybe you were so cool, and we got to see an awesome display of all the things you could do, but like, you think maybe we could have a calmer ride down the hill?
What? You want something calm? Well, yeah, I could definitely do that. Thanks for letting me know. I apologize if this came across as
no.
brash. No, it's fine. Like I'm good.
It was fun. It was fun on the way up, but
Yeah.
you know, like that cave was kind of tiring, and
Yeah.
you know, like a little bit of motion sickness would be a lot worse now that we're kind of tired. And
I absolutely get where you're coming from. I come across as a little strong at times. I just aim to impress.
You're wonderful.
Oh no, there's no doubt in myself or who I am. I'm really
Okay, good.
yeah. I just recognize that I do come across this way, and I appreciate you calling me out. Like legitimately, this isn't toxic. This is me just like, thanks so much. You're the best.
You know, you're the best, and we really appreciate you. You know, bringing us up the mountain, because we would have a hard time otherwise.
Yeah. You guys want to hop in, and we could just take it real chill all the way back down to that little hamlet. Does that sound okay?
Yeah. So Orcus is gonna take it chill. We're just gonna calmly go down.
I think Rain still kind of side eyes Vea, like, I don't know, but he'll get in.
Scritchy's for
And then, like,
Billy.
she'll reach out and tap him on the shoulder, and she's like, "It'll be okay." And as she does that, she casts Cure Wounds.
Yay.
And you know, let's see. Not great. 9 healing.
I mean, I don't have a lot of HP, so that gets me like 1 point from back to full. So
Like, that's great.
Okay. Then we're good. I don't feel as bad.
So
How's Draxel doing?
I'm good. I'm a little bit over half.
Okay, I am too, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Tolan, you give some love to Billy. Billy had like just cleaned off the last of snow knots and was just like, I'm so freaking done with this. I fucking hate this.
Oh, Billy, you're such a good kitty. I love you.
I am deserving of this.
Billy Rubs, you are deserving.
Good thing you rolled that nat 20.
And you guys get into the sled, and yeah, takes it real easy and like just slightly goes over the chasm in a very gentle kind of way, in a slow pace that Billy is able to follow along, and it's not too much of a problem. You don't see any signs of snowmen on your way out, but you do find signs of hats and carrots and coal and scarves.
Backwards carrot.
I did have it set
One.
so that way, like, as you came outside, if you didn't do the whole ritual thing, like, there was going to be a backward carrot's nose just... So you guys head back into town, and you see that, like, the festivities are going off, and Grandmama is there in the center of it all, and she sees you guys come in, and she goes, "Oh,
I'm so
children,
sorry.
wonderful! Wonderful! Welcome back. How was your little adventure?"
It was an adventure. That was for sure. Lots of snowmen.
Lots of snowmen, you say? Really? I haven't. This is news to me.
They were really rude.
Yeah.
Did you have any luck finding the gem?
We did, actually.
Wonderful.
We put it back in its little place and it seemed happy. And it was no longer in the hands of this weird, greedy old lady. And
Tolan reaches into his bag and he pulls out the part of the staff that he busted. I'm sorry about your friend, Grandmama.
Well, I had come to terms with her disappearance from my life quite some time ago. Nothing
Yeah,
to
and
apologize.
it's a good thing too, cause you know she wasn't really a good friend.
yeah, she was pretty toxic. I mean,
Very much so. I should have seen the signs a lot earlier, but what can you say? You know, youth is wasted on the young.
well, happy last lights, Grandmama.
You know what I'm giving up? I'm giving up
No,
treating
what?
you like children. You guys handled yourselves amazingly. Fantastic! I love you, all of you. Come here! She
Aw,
scoops
group
you all
hug
up,
for Grandmama.
gives you some hugs, fills up your chocolate, and you guys celebrate last lights. Yay!
Oh my gosh. That was fun.
That was fun.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was my favorite one shot, David.
Oh, thank you.
Super fun.
That was really fun.
I was just kind of concerned that it was like, is this too spoopy? I don't know.
No, it was so much fun.
Oh,
I love
good.
Scooby
putting it together.
snowmen.
That was
Okay.
so good.
Because it's last lights and a holiday celebration and everything. Do you guys want to see our snow dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come here.
Yes.
Come here. He's like here on camera. Come here.
Oh. I'm so ready to see a puppo.
Give me the doggo.
Give
Come here.
puppo.
Okay. This is. Good. He's just sitting.
Oh.
This is our husky,
Oh,
and he's camera shy apparently.
oh,
Oh.
sweet baby.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
we-
TikTok famous.
Oh.
Because
So cute.
we heard him whooping.
Yay, puppo.
Absolutely lovely. Oh my goodness.
That would be like my only chance to show off the Husco because we're filming from home.
Yes.
Lovely.
Excellent.
Thank you guys, everybody who is watching. Thank you guys for being part of this. I hope your holidays are fantastic, cheerful, and not stressful. Remember to take time for yourself. Where can we find all of you fine people? Jazzy, where can we find you online?
Crimson Nova Cos on Twitter.
And Dustin?
Sky Steel Cosplay.
Skyskill. VFire.
At VFire Cosplay.
Hey. And I'm at Pennon on Instagram and Pennon Nation on Twitter.
And you can find me at Crestsphinx on Twitter, at the Crestsphinx on Instagram. As promised, as I said in chat, the map that I was using came from dungeongenerator.fantasy calendar. I threw it in the chat. It's a fantastic randomly generated map thing. Play with it, have all the fun. Please use it for your campaigns.
Yeah, that was super handy to reference.
I've used it a couple of times, even for this campaign, and it is
Yay!
just I suck at drawing maps. Like maps are like it's a square, and then it's another square. So I always rely on other tools and definitely give them props. Take care of yourself. From all of us to you, happy last lights. And remember, I hope all of your dice rolls are at least interesting. Bye, everybody.
Good night.